Let me play my cool intro. Y'all ain't ready for this. The disrespect is real.
I don't give a fuck. I'll do it again. I'm not above it. I am that snake bitch.
No, it's okay. You guys are all welcome to trash Queen in the chat. We'll hold a whole panel on Queen.
I am honest to a point, but a lot of the things I talk about aren't true.
Wait, somebody not telling the truth on YouTube? Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Got a monster inside of me. You better watch out if you ignite me. The road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the sword. Never getting bored, loves the blood and gore. Always wanting more freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the fourth departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you let scars rip. You'll be chewed up and discarded.
Me and my friends, we're gonna find you and we're gonna rip you apart like a wasteland.
Snakes don't get a fucking safe space. If she wants to keep it going, then we'll keep going. If she wants to stop the bullshit, then we'll stop the bullshit. But I'm not gonna fucking sit here and let anybody lie on my motherfucking name.
Bring your app. The fucking link is in the chat. That's you.
Oh, loose booty, wet panty looking ass boy. Replay that, Queen. Her name is Queen. It ain't really so much Queen. Queen B. Queen B. Okay, there. Queen B. Queen B's money. Queen B ain't got no money. Queen B.
She always fucks some shit up. I don't know why PJ doesn't get his ass on a motherfucking leash and get his ass under control. Fuck.
Better than never. I can feel my heart rate, adrenaline pressure. It's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. So, he's locked away inside with the key control by fight or flight.
And I haven't brought it public, you know why? Because someone that I was fucking close to is in the middle of a goddamn lawsuit. How do I get my hands on your stuff? Because I need something to clean these titty butts. My dove is just not doing it.
Bring your asses. As simple as that. Come in. Bring it. Bring your asses. Hey, don't get Queen B and her 550, 600 servants. Bring their asses out.
You might have started it, but I'm gonna finish it.
Absolutely.
Or go to somebody else's panel. Let me just say Queen B's panel. I'm telling you, we all need to go up on Queen B's panel because that seems where everybody's going. I guess Queen B is like the god of YouTube.
Queen B Escobar, bro.
She's in China just making drugs.
You know, I run the cartel on the YouTubes. I run the cartel here. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what boss bitches do.
Exactly. Beefing with the Queen B because I heard the stinger sucks.
This lady, Queen B, with the lip ring, is innocent. You two weirdos are being weird. No, I know who this is. You're the lady that was on Molly Go Lightly.
No. You have no doubt QB could hold her own with any female on YouTube. Let me tell you something we all learned a long time ago.
I would stalk her up and drag her from here to China. Let's meet one-on-one.
Writing checks, their mouth can't cash. Bitch, I didn't write a check, my mouth can't cash. I cash all them motherfucking checks.
And I cannot for the life of me understand why people put her on a pedestal. And these allegedly smart people put her on this pedestal like she's something important.
We got to tell you about yourself. It's your fucking overlying ass over there. Is her fucking name obnoxiously relevant?
Because
I know, she changed it.
She meant to say obnoxious and irrelevant. That's what she meant to say.
And coincidentally, it sounds exactly like Queen Bee's voice because, as I've always thought, Queen Bee is using some sort of slight distortion on her voice when she broadcasts.
Exposed!
Queen Bee exposed! Oh my god, bitch. Did they get that Dugan?
Said they get that Dugan. that shit chronicles of the shady. You better fucking shut your mouth with that. Girl, stop.
Wow. What in the hell? Someone told Queen Bee that you said it was her hacking your email. What the hell is wrong with people?
Why
Take your ass to bed. It's fucking past your bedtime. Go on now.
Right? Why you gotta be crying?
Fucking killing the vibe, bitch. Take your ass to bed. Boston, no, I'm not capping at all. I'm telling the whole truth.
Look, babe.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna skedaddle. You know me, skedaddling away. See you guys.
Pumpkin. I love you too.
I despise you, Boston.
Whatever.
Good morning, beautiful.
Happy day.
Happy day, baby. We got trigger today. I trigger these motherfuckers every day.
Baby Jesus showed us that, you guys. I swear to God.
I know that's right, because you just put right on that shit.
Yes, I did. Baby Jesus was like, look here.
Yeah, fuck the pause. Pause for the cause. Fuck that pause.
I'm just trying to be a better person. I know it.
Let's see here. God damn it, Duke. You hear him?
Yes, the dog is.
Damn it, Duke.
Girl, this tea is piping.
It's living. Motherfucker's hot.
That just burnt the roof of my mouth.
Where's Candy too? Where's she at? You heard that like I heard that one. Fire in the hole. Smoke him if you got him.
You're like the type of person that would probably be in the back of the class.
Fuck you, me too.
Ellie's a thug.
Right.
You don't
We're all thugs around here. Shambles. Thank you for supporting the hot biddies. Y'all wasn't ready for that, was you?
Wait, I wasn't, bitch. I wasn't even close to ready for that shit. All right, I love you, baby girl. I'm gonna jump off.
I love you too, baby doll. Yo, what's happening? What's happening? What in the Sam hell's going on, y'all? What the fuck is going on here? I feel like this is a whole bunch of bullshit going on right here, right now. Let's see, is our little smoke? Let's see if our fireplace is working out. Got our fireplace going there. So, Clue, I see you're in the chat. You've been going at it with Nick the Hat. You get yours. Did you get a C&D sent to you today? I'm gonna need to know. Did you get a C&D? Hold on. Okay, so people are asking for the link, for the membership link. Will you guys post the regular membership link and the Hive link? Or the iPhone Hive link or whatever. So if they want to do their membership or whatever, they can. Do y'all know? You got it? Oh, you didn't get one? Oh, good. Good deal. Well, okay, so I heard about Barbecue Lady getting one now. The thing of it is, did it come from Nick the Hat or did it come from Seth and Tony? Does anybody know? Maybe Barbecue Lady will get her tail feather over here. Whispers in the Shadow. Thank you for becoming a new member, love. CB owner, member for 11 months. 2 firefighters mom, member for 12 months. This shit is crazy. Love you too, Queen Bee in our Hive. Thank you so much, love. Okay, so you can do memberships over here. Lost Mother of One gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting the Hive. We don't have very many memberships over here because we don't use this channel very often. So the memberships definitely help. It helps other people too. Jackie, thank you for becoming a new member. KB, member for 11 months. Kimber, thank you for becoming a new member. Cherry P, thank you for becoming a new member. Cambry, member for 12 months. Check Clue's email. Oh, fuck. Okay. I didn't even see she had sent me one. Shoot. Let's go give it a check, 1, 2, check, 1, 2. Let me see if we got this the link pinned here. This is fucking wild, dude. Sending out cease and desist in this fucking case. Look, it just didn't. Yeah, I fixed it, baby. It should be fixed. Hold on one sec. Okay. You can't even get the money bar to open? What the fuck is going on? You little bitch. What's up, B-Thug?
Hey, what's up?
Get out over here on the Thug.
Oh, the Thug channel. Oh,
Thug
shit.
Sidebar.
Oh, shit. This looks like Nick. Also, apparently, Nick doesn't quite understand trolling people is not exactly going to help for his protective order against people.
He needs to fucking stop trolling and, oh, is that what he did?
Yeah, he basically went into Cluminati's chat and he did a Twitter that Cluminati invited me to join her on YouTube only to ban me afterwards. Apparently she had to check with her man first so he wouldn't slap her probably.
He didn't.
Yeah, here, I'll share my screen with you since you're banned by Nick, so I'm not.
Yeah, he won't unblock me, little asshole. I don't even know why he blocked me. I didn't even fucking.
Yeah, he actually clipped it and then made a Twitter video. Yeah.
Oh fuck. Okay, here we go. I didn't even know you could make a fucking Twitter video. What?
Yeah, you can actually
This is wild as fuck to me. This is wild to me.
So this is what he said. Cluminati invited me to join her on YouTube only to ban me afterwards. Apparently she had to check with her man first so he wouldn't slap her probably. And here's the video.
I should delete him, right? I'll see if it's him.
I don't really.
That is dirty shit right there. Wow.
You ain't welcome.
Yeah, listen to this.
Come in here, bud.
She said, hold on. She said, I don't remember inviting him.
Yeah.
Did you tell him to come up there?
No, but look, he starts typing.
Okay, so
I don't know if
can't
it's a real him
try
or
to
not.
make
Let
this
me
bigger
see.
real quick so I can see.
I can make it bigger. Watch. I can. Here. Is this better?
Yeah, you know I'm blind as a bat now. Come on.
Yeah, I'll play it again. So in the beginning.
I'm trying to roll a blunt. Smoke him if you got him. Holy fuck. Shit.
I'll see if it's him.
I don't really give a fuck if it is or not. Yeah. You
Go,
ain't welcome
Cletus,
in
okay?
here, bud.
Oh, you tagged him?
I don't know if it's a real him or not. Let me see before I.
And he types this looks like a skunk.
Yeah, he's been calling her a skunk all day.
Oh yeah, he made a look at this. Look what this one he did. He made this.
Oh, isn't he? Oh my God, isn't he just cute there with that little skunk?
He made the skunk thing. He did that. And this is a serious true crime channel, like a serious news channel, apparently. And he's like literally using AI art to diss YouTubers that he plans on federally suing.
Well, that's
So,
some problem.
And
what's up, small town girl? Hold on, what voices are you talking? Because if you are, we cannot hear you at all.
You can't
Be louder. You gotta be louder.
Tim is extra loud and you're extra slow. You're low. Let me see. I'll turn his mic down a little pinch because his is up pretty loud and yours is down low. I don't know what the hell's going on here. And yours is up pretty high too. I don't know if it's just your mic or what. Small town girl, you up here or no?
Yes, I'm here. I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, that's all right. I just wanted to make sure you were up here. Your mic's up way loud. What the hell's going on here?
Whoa, hold on.
No, I got it fixed. It's all good.
Okay.
Is this better?
Yeah, Queen Widow, you're up here.
So who
I
sent the
actually was
C&D?
on her live when he came in.
Queen
He
Widow?
asked her to give. Yes. Hello.
Yeah, I did check
Hello?
that second email. Yes, I did. Yes, I did, Clue. I hear you, baby. I hear you. You said you were on her live when this happened?
I was on her live when he typed in there, send me your email.
Oh, he wanted Clue's email. Okay.
Yeah. He
And
wanted
so
her
did you send it
email.
to him?
And she said that was kind of a dumb move because it's scrolling right across at the bottom, which it is. So she turned around because she wasn't going to have his nonsense in her chat. So she blocked him. And then he decided to say that she invited him. There was never an invite.
I'm inviting him. Nick, come over. Come on. Come up here.
Nick, I promise I will not make any more fat jokes about your fat roly-poly porcupine looking fucking friend. I promise. I swear I will not state that he needs a treadmill, possibly with a fucking stake attached to
For some
it.
reason, he won't even unblock me.
I promise I will not call your friend fat anymore.
We're going to the sheriff's office tomorrow. Clue, why don't you come up here and tell me what happened?
Shit.
Look at this. He says, after he posts this, right, then he says, she'll need a lawyer in 4 states, so I hope those pockets truly run as deep as she claims. We'll freeze her monetization. Next check won't come.
Damn, he thinks he's got power like that?
And he says, that's her cell number. I assume it's also her personal number. So we're on an even playing field. So he doxes her fucking cell number. So it's kind of too late now. I didn't realize that when I showed it. But he doxes her cell number on fucking Twitter. And then does that.
How the hell do you even get her fucking phone number?
Because she replied to him.
So what? She replied to him in the fucking chat. How'd he get her phone number?
Because she replied to him via text and then he posted it on Twitter.
Right, but how'd you... Okay, right. But how do you get the number to reply to her via fucking text? That's what I don't understand how he got her phone number to begin with.
She replied to him, then he replied back.
Clue, what the fuck's going on here?
It's actually Cletus.
Oh, I got her picture up here. Okay, Cletus, what the fuck is going on, man? What happened?
I don't know what the fuck is going on. I know we got a professional troll out on the damn internet running wild, talking mad shit though. And I get everybody's gonna talk shit, gonna say what they want to say.
Right.
But there's a time when you cross a line. It just kind of is what it is, right? And that's pretty much.
Okay, is this a real law office or no?
I have no idea.
It's a real office. It's a real office, but I believe it's in New York.
They hired a law office out of New York to send out C&Ds.
Yeah, like the problem is, it's like you can't really a New York office can't sue like in Tennessee. They would have to
wipe your ass with a C&D.
Yeah, the cease and desist I would have to read, but I don't know what they're asking to cease and desist. They can't really say cease and desist talking about Seth Rogers because Seth Rogers is a public figure. You can talk as much as you want about him as long as it's not fucking defamation. And he can't sue on behalf of Seth Rogers because he signed a contract. I don't know where he's getting this idea from. But
well, and that's what I want to know. So what does barbecue lady C&D say? That she can't talk about Nick, or she can't talk about Seth, or she can't talk about Sebastian?
I don't know. But also, I'm wrong. It wasn't New York. It's a Pennsylvania law firm.
Okay. I'm gonna give Cletus the floor real quick so you can tell us what's going on.
No, I mean that's pretty much all I got to say about it. I know there's.
Hold on, so I still don't understand. Hold on, I'm still not getting it. So you guys did a live stream. He come into your live stream. He started talking shit to you guys in the chat, and then she said, "Come on up," or he said, "You invited me over." She said, "No, I didn't." So how did we get to the text messages? Where'd those come from?
So when he first put his number out, I think, saying like when he first came out, it was like, all right, maybe, this guy's just another, he's talking.
Maybe he just don't know shit. You're going to try to talk to him and let him know.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And then she showed me that, and I'm like, yeah, don't fucking talk to that motherfucker. You don't know who that is. You don't know what the fuck he's going to do, what he ain't going to do. But at the end of the day.
But it was already done. It was too late.
Yeah, but that's the extent of the communication, right? And it's like, I mean, look, man. Yeah, like I said, sometimes people just take shit a little too far on this internet.
You want to see the law firm? He apparently has a website. Queen.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I didn't even think it was a real fucking. I was wondering if it was a real goddamn website. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even bullshitting. I didn't think it was even a real fucking lawyer's office.
Here's the website, and this is his advertisement.
Or legit, anyways. I mean, I know. I guess I could. Okay, so I guess it is a real lawyer's office. But I'm just saying, like a legit lawyer's office. Like,
and this is the lawyer here.
And I went to law school. They told me, well, most lawyers aren't going to go into a courtroom. I knew I was going into a courtroom. I knew it's what I wanted to do. It's why I started in the prosecutor's office. It's why when I went to the prosecutor's office, I gravitated towards the specialty.
Bro, you're growing balls. Don't shave. That's at a time you shouldn't be doing
right now.
I mean, like, to be honest, when you start combing it over front like that, you're fighting a losing battle. But I'm just saying, guy, just.
Gosh dang, man.
Because I didn't want to do the run-of-the-mill crimes. I didn't want to sit there and do my 800th DUI as a prosecutor. I wanted to go to a place where I could help and make a difference. Make a difference in one person's life. And then the next case, make a person in the next person's life. I'm not looking to change the world or change the paradigm. I'm looking to change and fix one person's life, to help one person or one family out and make their life a little bit better, give them some peace of mind, and give them the representation they deserve. Because when you're accused with a crime or a loved one's accused with a crime, that is the worst thing in someone's life, not only that moment, but probably ever. And so it's important to understand that as an attorney, to have a little compassion and realize that this is not routine for your client. This is not routine for their loved one. This is brand new to them. And the system that I know well, that I know inside and out, every moving part, every person in it, well, it's brand new to the person staying next to me.
Yeah, okay, we're done with that. Anyhow,
and this is a criminal attorney. I don't know if this is not a civil attorney.
He needs to
get
hold
on. He's not a civil. He's a criminal attorney. Then what the fuck is he doing handing out CDs?
Yeah. See, he does assaults, child. This is criminal. I don't see.
Wait a second.
He's a criminal.
I knew there was something that smelled with this. I just wasn't sure what it was. God damn it!
It's that skunk perfume emanating all around the internet.
I'm smoking some skunk, and it's fire.
Yeah, so he's. So I don't know why a criminal. I don't know why a criminal attorney is trying to send cease and desist to sue people and for. First off, an attorney needs to have a license in that state that they're planning on suing. So he would need a Tennessee attorney, or he would need to partner up with a Tennessee attorney.
So he came on your live stream and served y'all with a C&D right there on your live stream.
No, he came in. He came in. I don't even know where it started, but I think she brought it to my attention, and I told her to block him so he don't derail the chat. And then I unmuted and told him he ain't fucking welcome here. And
right.
He asked for her email, and I said no. I said if you got something to send, you got a mailbox, and we do too. Put it in the mail.
But Nick's the one that did the live this morning or yesterday.
Talking shit about Clue.
Right. Yeah, saying that he was going to press federal charges and he was going to have to bring her
a federal
to
injunction is what he said.
Yeah, and he was going to have to bring her to Tennessee because she's over there on TikTok.
Yes, that's exactly what. What the fuck? I can't take this dude serious.
Like we watched that live on your other channel. Like, what is this for real?
Yeah, I mean, I looked on his TikTok, the attorney's TikTok, and he posted about at 2:41 p.m. He said, "We have served the first rounds of notice anticipated federal protective orders to individuals' social media platforms as outlined. At this time, what?
This dude's they said in the chat he's a professional con artist.
Wait a minute.
To call that lawyer's office and see if he's actually the one that sent that fucking C&D. That's the first fucking thing I would be doing.
But he said that they served the first round of protective orders.
On
Not
Facebook, there is a post that is alluding to the lawyer is not for real.
Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't even know if he was. That's what I'm saying. I seen a post just like that. But then did you see Magnolia's post about him?
Mm-mm.
They just asked in the chat if you've seen Magnolia's post about him.
I'll check Magnolia right now.
Yeah, because it says in here, Flower Nana 7 Clue, did you see Magnolia's Facebook post regarding this attorney?
I don't know. I don't have Facebook, but you know.
Is it in the mysterious whatever?
I don't know. That's Nana's Flowers. Nana, can you tell us which one you're talking about? Or where it's at, if it's in the mysterious Facebook group, the mysterious whatever.
They're saying yes, that's where it's at.
Okay, like the X account isn't the one he has listed.
Oh yeah, there's two different Twitter accounts. So an anonymous member wrote this. They wrote, this screenshot is from a fake attorney Twitter account. They are pretending to be an attorney, attorney Lesniak. Nick has been reported to his parole officer for running fake accounts. The real attorney account is linked here.
Oh, Nick. Out here playing. See, that's why I said the first motherfucking thing I would do is call that attorney's office and see if it's a real C&D that he really sent out. Did you send this?
So Granny called, no answer.
So what about Barbecue Lady? Where's she at? Because she said she got one today.
Yeah,
she got one, but I did confirm it with her.
Here is the law firm. By the way, this is their website. Give them a call and be like, listen, are you sending a cease and desist? Do you represent this Nick guy? Because if he's actually, then what's going to happen is that attorney's going to fucking file a lawsuit against Nick if he's not representing him.
Well, and that's
fucking ass off.
That's the crazy part because Granny said that she called. She was gonna go up there, but people were like, that's going to real life. But so she called and she.
Oh no, the fuck it ain't. When you got a lawyer sitting out, no, the fuck no, it ain't.
No,
it was real life when you fucking started sitting out C&Ds and fucking playing games. Oh hell no.
No, I would probably be like, if I received a C&D or if someone was threatened to C&D and sue me, I would call up the law firm and be like, are you representing your client?
Call and get it confirmed right away.
Yeah. And I would probably be like, are you representing
a lawyer? Why pay a lawyer to go to a lawyer? You know, why would you pay a lawyer to go have him look at this and call and do the same shit you're going to do?
Yeah.
And confirm it. The first fucking thing you can do is confirm that motherfucking lawyer is real and that it is a real C&D from his office.
Yeah, then I would ask him, okay. And then if he says yes, then he says, oh, okay, so you were the one running the Twitter account, by the way, as well. Because then you could start taking screenshots. If he's saying things that like fucking defamation towards you, then you could start taking screenshots and you could probably fucking start maybe a litigation against the lawyer too, or report him to the bar for anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, see if he's breaking like rules of the bar. If he's making certain claims or doing certain things, you can actually do that. So it's like, yeah, I mean, like, that's why I would probably, investigate who this lawyer is and if he's the one serving you the cease and desist and what he's doing on Twitter.
I was going to say, we didn't even let you finish. Go ahead.
You go.
Sorry about that. We didn't let you all finish.
I forgot. But for me, she called, right? And she said she didn't get an answer. And I'm sitting here in my head like, what kind of law office don't answer their phone?
Did they even have like a recording saying something about it being a law office?
I don't know. You'd have to ask her.
What time did you call?
I didn't call. Granny called.
What time
fucking now? That's what I'm doing right now. I got my phone ready right now. I'm locked, cocked, and ready to rock.
Usually you want to call up a law firm around 10 o'clock and you might, or like 9:30, and you might get.
There go barbecue. Barbecue is in here.
Yeah.
Well, I got the one off this website, so I'm sure this one's probably real. But
Granny's in chat. She said Friday around 2.
Yeah, he should have hooked up his EBT clerk or someone should have been on.
That's what I'm saying. You don't got no like secretary or.
Yeah, you usually have like a paralegal or an EBT clerk. Or
Was it a voicemail? After did she?
Yeah, I have a quick question.
I think she muted us.
So my only question is, does your office send out C&Ds? Cease and desist orders.
Reality cases is outside of my scope.
Okay.
I handle intake only.
Okay.
Did she mute again?
Got you. So you can't look that up then on your side, on your end?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
No problem.
She doesn't have a database that she can look that up, but I am going to call back tomorrow morning, so we'll handle it then when we got somebody we can actually talk to.
Yeah, you want to call around 9:30, 10 o'clock. Usually the lawyer will be in the office.
That's exactly what she said. Call back between 9:30, well, about 9 and 11, she said. But
yeah,
we're going to find the fuck out. Oh, yeah, we're going to find out.
Yeah.
Barbecue lady, you're in here. Tap that link and pop up for a second. Did you
Your link
find
is not
out
attached.
you're a lawyer? What?
Your link is not attached to the top.
Oh, son of a... Gosh, dang it.
Yeah, I joke.
I want to know if these motherfuckers are real and how many, because they said the first round went out. Okay, well, I mean, fuck. Can I get an unblock first? Can I talk a little shit, at least a little bit? Damn.
It's kind of late for a law office to be answering too, isn't it?
Well, you usually have a call center. No, you usually have a call, like law firms hire call centers, and that's why she didn't have the information.
Yeah, she couldn't give me any information right now.
Yeah.
So that's why I got to call back tomorrow when the lawyer is in there, you know.
So what they do is they hire a service to just kind of take in like information, be like, okay, so and so called at this time, ... Here's a callback number to get in contact. So just in case you don't miss a client. Also, you have to realize like this is a criminal practice, so probably you might
they're
get
calling
out.
when they get popped and all kind of shit. They're probably calling all hours of the damn night.
Yeah, probably. And it's a small practice. I mean, I looked at the office. It's not like a fucking, it looks like probably like 10 lawyers.
Really makes me wonder if this is even, if somebody's not imitating them or what the fuck.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Why
like,
why even spend the money to go that route?
Well, you're talking about spending hundreds of thousands, if not possibly $1 million, because they're talking about suing like 15 fucking people and doing all this stuff. And it's like, you're going to spend millions of dollars to sue people who are broke.
So basically, you got in this case just to fuck around and sue people, right? That's it. Because that's it. That's all. Where the fuck is Dog the Bounty Hunter? Where the fuck is he at?
Well, he's supposed to be on Coffindoffer's show in when is the countdown.
So Barbecue just commented in chat and said that the website Twitter page and the Twitter page Nick is sharing are two different accounts.
Right. So is one of those fake? Or is one of those made up?
I don't know.
Why does he have a gag order?
I don't know why, though, this attorney seems to be posting a lot of Sebastian Rogers stuff. And
yeah, pretty odd that he lives in PA posting all that. What is going on here?
And like literally posting a lot about Cavalcante and all this stuff. And it's like, it's very weird. Yeah.
That's very odd. Why would he post a bunch of stuff about Cavalcante just happened to be the person that Nick covered?
Yeah.
That's how Nick started his YouTube. That's how he got all them subscribers, was doing the Cavalcante shit, sitting out there with his camera on for hours at a time, pointing in a field.
Yeah. I don't know if this is like a proper, like if your client, like why would you,
That's
if this is
crazy.
like if this is your client, why would you be advertising your client on your channel, on your YouTube, on your Twitter channel? Like, that's so weird. Like, this is your client.
Yeah, it definitely ain't making no damn sense. That's for sure.
Yeah, this is someone who's paying you to basically represent them and to, you know, provide a service. Why are you posting? Like, this seems like this relationship seems a little bit too close. This doesn't seem like.
What doesn't make sense to me is that this is a criminal lawyer supposedly sending out C&Ds. Barbecue lady hasn't done anything criminal, but
Right.
yet you've got Betty over there who's actually facing criminal charges on this exact case, and this lawyer is just going to bypass that? Like, none of this is making sense.
You know, what I'm thinking?
I don't know, but I'm just not buying that bullshit. There's something fishy about this, and I can't put my finger on it, but there's something.
You know what I just thought of? Maybe the lawyer is paying Nick the Hat to advertise for him on Twitter and to run his Twitter account. And he has no idea what's being posted. Because yeah. Like, maybe that's how he makes his money, where he gets these like people to like he represents people on Twitter or social media, and he kind of has their accounts, and he gets paid like a fee to just kind of do their social media.
I don't know. I'm kind of interested to see what barbecue ladies what she's got going on.
Wait, the link is still not posted.
Yeah, I put it in the chat like 3 times.
Yeah, but it's not linked.
I know it's not, but I put it in the chat like 3 times. She can still click it or scroll up and click it for right now. I'm trying to roll a fucking blunt. Hold on a sec. Getting there. Dang it. Oh, I didn't drop the link. I called my lady, didn't I?
Yeah.
Shit, I was going to drop it. It's sitting up on the screen still.
Yeah, isn't Nick on parole for like falsifying documents?
Racist emails.
Yeah, racist emails.
That's what he got in trouble for. Yeah.
And a bunch of other things. Like there's a video that's like, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched a little bit, but there's like an hour-long video discussing all the charges this guy went through. He's got like a very sketchy past. The sketchiest of pasts. But no, I don't trust anything. I think this lawyer is, I mean, like if this lawyer is talking about criminal charges and inciting riots or stuff like that, he's trying to, I don't know, man. These are kind of wild accusations. And they're bordering on border. Oh, yeah. He also impersonated 2 popular news reporters. You know, let's see. Why would he get a criminal to run his accounts? Why? Because unfortunately, lawyers are not social media savvy, and they're not very smart when it comes to like lawyers are they're smart when it comes to certain aspects, but. It's just like if you ever read a Sherlock Holmes novel, he explains to you in the novel that he's only good at one particular task, but he's an idiot in everything else. It's the same thing with a lot of lawyers. They're really good at their jobs, but with other things, they're pretty dumb. Just my opinion. It's not like certain lawyers I met. Not all lawyers, certain lawyers. So maybe he's really dumb when it's social media. He pretended to be a reporter, made a fake website, emailed himself fake racist emails about parole officers, and tried to get him fired and ruin his career. I know, I saw that was one of them. Barbecue, where is the baked beans? It's supper time. What a weird statement you have made, CBI crimes.
But then you have Seth doing an interview on national TV saying that he's there at court supporting Betty for using her First Amendment rights. But then some of his people are turning around and sending C&Ds out?
That's called hypocrisy. It's called, honestly, I truly believe he is not going to sue anyone because he talks about having all this fucking money, and talking about harassing people. But the only reason why, Barbecue Lady's backstage, by the way, Queen.
Oh, I didn't see her back here. What up, yo?
Hey, girl. Hi,
What's
everyone.
Is this a real C&D or what's going on, man? What the hell?
So yesterday, Tammy was live on TikTok, and I was a guest in her box, and we were just hanging out for the day like we normally do. And
Tammy, the friend that went with you and that came over here.
Yes, Tammy, the one Bullhorn Betty made fun of and called Miss Plastic.
A little bitch.
Yeah. Tammy's probably like my best friend. We met by fate. But so we were live. We go live pretty much every day. We talk every day. And Nick came in the chat of her TikTok page and asked me for my email address. And I said, "What the fuck are you doing here?" Because, like, I don't give a shit. And I was walking my goldfish. I say driving my car, walking my goldfish. And so I just clicked bring them up in the box, you know, because, like, I'd rather people come on up. So it was the weirdest thing because when he came up in the box, TikTok literally, like, he was completely invisible. It was showing that he was live, like if you went and searched his name, like how yours flashes with the red ring around it. And it said he was live and I was live, but he was invisible in the box and I could hear him and none of the chat could hear him. Tammy even downloaded her live and it was the weirdest thing ever. But he said, oh my gosh, hold on, my attorney's calling me.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure Steven said he got one too, didn't he? Or that he was going to.
Oh, Fisher?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's waiting with anticipation.
Yeah, I have a feeling, I don't think that tactic's going to work well with Steve Fisher. And I thought it was very interesting.
Where'd Cheesy go? She was up here?
Well, Cheesy was basically, since we were talking about P. Diddy before, she's probably spirited away by the conspiracy.
Oh, she's in the back chat. She said SF said yesterday he talked to a lawyer, but she's not up here. I figured she was up.
I know. I asked her what he said, but I think she's gone.
Yeah, then she.
Yeah, he's waiting. What happened is that he was in an interview SF on Down the Rabbit Hole.
Hey, let me interrupt 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm gonna mute myself. I need to handle something with my attorney really quick. So if you want to kick me out, you can. But I'll just be here. I'm just gonna be on mute.
Okay.
No, it's okay. Go ahead and mute. Do your thing.
SF Investigates basically stated that he's willing to accept service via email. He's waiting for anticipation. He said that he would love to be sued by him so he can get discovery on this company that he believes is, fake in his mind. And he really doesn't give a fuck. And I truly believe he really doesn't give a fuck. He also dropped bombs. Obviously, we talked about this morning, where he talked about how Mr. Seth Rogers is a very interesting individual and has a very interesting past.
Kathy's comment's pretty interesting. Quote from lawyers urging compliance with laws against doxing and targeted harassment initiated by a handful of creators, and yet Nick doxed phone numbers online.
Yeah. Which I think you could probably report him for that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he is doing the fucking most from that fucking cell phone in that little park area, ain't he?
I mean, this multimillionaire is supposedly so rich he can't replace his fucking earphones.
They said, fuck it, this ain't working. Calling the reinforcements. Nick and Wong, get over here.
Yeah, but don't you think it's kind of odd? The guy's like, oh, my earpods are buzzing. But he's so rich he can't afford to buy another $300 to pay $150 to get another pair, or $100. Are you kidding me? Like, that would be the first thing I would do. I mean, even now, if I was like buzzing constantly, I would go on Amazon and buy new headphones. But this guy's, I'm supposed to believe Nick is a rich man.
Cheesy's back, she said.
Cheesy's back.
Yeah, Cheesy. Weezy, I didn't see you back here, dang it. That X account is bogus. Will you know what? Can you shoot me an email with it? Will you send it over real fast?
Yeah, I can show you
that's fake.
the attorneys. The
yeah, the
attorney
one that's
one?
fake, not the real one, not the real one, the fake one.
I'll look for the fake one.
Right, so they have the fake one. She's gonna email it to me. Okay, got it here. I'll put my email. in the
SF
chat.
was on Rabbits SF was on Rabbits yesterday and was interviewed, and he said that he talked to the lawyer and gave him his email and told him that gave him permission to email him the CND. He was waiting for it anxiously, but he hasn't gotten anything yet, as far as I know.
What's up, Jay?
Hey, Queen Bee. Someone just sent you a couple emails with some screenshots.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out what they were for.
Dude. Okay, so listen. I guess this is all over TikTok already and has been. That person, Jessica or something or other.
Yeah.
And this is all public, right? They have a copyright for a movie, motion picture on Sebastian. Oh, you've seen this?
Yeah, girl.
For fuck's sake, where have I been?
Girl, that's old. I said shit.
Yeah, that shit was like 3 weeks ago.
Girl,
Yeah,
I
she
didn't.
fucking
I'm
came out with that.
sorry, but
Yeah,
I thought no one had. I'm like, Barbecue told me about it. I'm like, Barbecue, I have not heard that. She's like, get the fuck out of here. Where you been? I'm like, I have not heard that someone copyrighted for a movie.
I have
Yeah,
a question.
we couldn't figure out what the fuck she thought she was doing.
Who is?
You know who that is, don't you?
No, I don't.
She has a YouTube. Her name's The Reporter Room on
Yeah.
YouTube.
I knew it was the reporter room, but I'm saying like I didn't know she had like a movie or like a production company or whatever. You know, like
I told y'all this is all for the movie. I said that today. I swear I said that today. Like, let me ask you something. Who is Nicole Goforth?
I have I've never even heard her name.
I'm gonna read something. I'm gonna read something to y'all. Thank you for the compliments, but let me break it down for you. Clue plus others. Why you got to put my name? Why you single me the fuck out? But anyway, Clue plus others are being sued. There will be discovery and depositions. They will be asked to provide any and all communications that they have with KP and CP, all of text, emails, and phone records and DMs. If it can be proven that KP and CP are behind the smear campaign, they too will be sued and deposed, and all their stuff is fair game. That is checkmate. When the two most likely people to have info on Sebastian's disappearance can't be compelled to tell the truth to LE, a civil suit does the trick. Remember OJ, the civil suit, and the ugly ass shoes?
So
the creators were warned. They doubled down. They got CDs and laughed them off. The suits are serious. They basically handed Katie and Chris off on a worm hook.
Yeah, the problem is he's already fucking up his lawsuit because you can clearly put that down as like, I don't know if your state has SLAP. I would probably look that up. I would talk to a lawyer. But I'd probably look up like frivolous lawsuits, what you can do to kind of counter him.
Laws, shit like
yeah. Try to check it out. But it sounds like he kind of fucked himself over by he's already telling you what he's doing. Like this is not a legitimate lawsuit where like he feels like he's been defamed and this is why he's been defamed or something like that. Or any sort of, it just seems like I want to basically I want to weaponize the legal system to attack you because I don't like you. And that's not a good thing.
Well, yeah, and it's not against the law to talk to Katie and Chris. So if they have phone communication, text communication, that's not against the law.
Yeah, and I think,
I wonder if Katie could stop this from becoming a movie. Hi.
Sorry, I got to turn my volume up.
Katie needs to stop this shit in court.
Sorry, I guess I misunderstood Queen Bee. That is so she didn't get her video taken down, right? It's a YouTube video she copyrighted. It's not a movie in the works. Jesus.
Oh, I was going to say, because this says, hold on, Secrets and Lies, Sebastian Rogers registration copy. I've never seen a YouTube like this before. I've never.
No. This is in the U.S. She actually filed it with the U.S. copyright. This is, if you look at the other screenshot I sent you, that's from .gov, right? I went in there and searched that registration number and it came up. But I think what they're saying in chat, Kodo said, was she had a video on YouTube and she didn't want to have to take it down, so she filed a copyright on it so it would stay up. That's the title of her YouTube video.
Is there actually a video titled that?
I'm gonna look right now, you guys, and I'll let you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, check it out and see.
Because I know she was against CP and KP, and she came in my chat in the very beginning when I was like talking about them, and I had never seen her in my chat before. I was like, that's weird.
Yeah, and I think somewhere on that copyright thing that Queen has up right now, somewhere on it, it's either that one or another screenshot. It says something about a motion picture or
It does. But she has a video, Secrets and Lies, Sebastian Rogers, Katie Proudfoot lying, ! Question mark. Is that what it says on there?
No.
Alert titled
On the
Secrets
other
and Lies.
one.
Sebastian Rogers is registered with the U.S. Copyright Office and Library of Congress as copyrighted motion picture right holders and
Right, but on the other one, it says Katie's name on that other screenshot.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It says Katie Proudfoot lying.
I gotta go back. Sorry, this is just a copy of it or whatever.
I'm sorry. I didn't know this was. I didn't know that this was for a YouTube video.
Girl, we thought the same thing. We thought they was trying to make a movie.
Yeah, I'm glad that Kodo said something because I think we would have thought that.
I think they still are trying to make a movie, though.
I mean, they might be, but that.
Why
this
else would
is
they
for
be
her
bringing
YouTube.
dog and stuff in?
Yeah, but I don't think that has anything to do with this. And I was
No, I don't think
thinking
it has to
did.
do with this. I'm just saying, I think they are trying to make a movie, though. Why else? Why else would they be going so hard at people to be against Seth? I really do think they are trying to make a movie. And with all that stuff, the one guy was like, you can't search. I don't know if everybody can search in here. And they were like, oh, just as long as we can get filmed going in there. And they had that big camera, that camera guy there and stuff. No, I think this is going to, they're trying to get it. Seth is trying to get a movie deal.
I thought that camera guy was a news guy.
Right, but I
Oh,
thought
was
it
he?
was. I thought it was tied into Nick and them because the registration is out of Pennsylvania. So I thought this was all together, and this was what they were planning. But I'm glad that Kodo corrected it. and
Like
it's
as part of
friggin'
their plot.
Yeah, I mean it's the same
Yeah.
state. You know, it was weird. I was like, what the hell? Why is all this coming out of PA? You know.
Yeah, and you know what else is weird? This right here is the fake Twitter. This right here is the fake Twitter. Let me show you all the real one.
Can I just say on that point, I've just been through his old Facebook and he's got no posts about Nick whatsoever. None.
Yeah,
He
his real
was
one, he
supposed
has
to be
no
that
post
public
about Nick.
thing.
This fake one, he's got a shit ton of them, huh? This
Yeah.
is a fake web. This is a fake one right here. And this right here is the real one.
Clue, did you get a C&D?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Do you know if Barbecue, is she still on or is she dropped?
She's here.
I'm here.
She's talking to her lawyer. She was. Oh, you're here. Okay.
I'm just wondering, have you got the same phone number for the lawyer on your cease and desist letter? Or your cease and desist notice?
Can you
Just-
pull up what you guys are looking at and I'll compare?
Yeah, it's right at
This
the top
right
of the
here is the
page.
real attorney's office. This one right here is the fake one. So it
No,
looks
the
like
phone
this
number at
fake,
top of page, Queen.
fake one on Twitter. What, baby?
The phone number on top of the website. Just so
Phone number
Barbecue
on
can
this- on
compare
what
it.
website, baby? What do you mean?
On the lawyer's website.
This one here, yeah. This is the phone number I called to see if they were.
Yeah,
the ones
but if you
giving out
scroll,
CDs.
yeah,
It's right here.
there's the number there, Barbecue. Is that the same number you got?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But it would be the same number that they put. I mean, everything that just like I said, this is the fake one right here, and it looks real.
Yeah.
Wait, this is a fake website?
Yeah, this is on Twitter. This is fake.
Oh, you're talking about this one. Okay.
This one on Twitter that Nick was sharing is fake. There's a real lawyer by this name who is this guy right here. This is a real lawyer's office. Yes, he's a real attorney.
I've just scrolled all the way down.
This one that's on Twitter right here is fake. This is fake. Someone used his information and made this.
I've just scrolled all the way down on that lawyer's website, and I have never, ever in my life seen a lawyer advertise that he takes payment methods over his website. I don't know if it's different in America, but he's got on the bottom of his page different payment methods.
Weird. What's up, baby? You got that background buzz, so.
Oh, sorry.
It's
Is that
okay.
better?
Yeah,
Is it
it's
better?
gone. Yep.
Okay. I just want to say the whole copyright confusion. The copyright on that one video. You remember when Traders got struck and she said she was getting sued in copyright court?
Yeah.
That's this chick over that video. That's what she struck Traders for. Traders reviewed that video. She struck it or copyrighted it, then struck it, and then
She
apparently
struck it and did a copyright on it. You have to strike it to do the copyright.
right. So she did, however which way she did it, but she did that, and then she said she was taking Traders to copyright court. So that one video, I don't know what all her postings are, but that one video has to do with that one video is Traders because she reviewed it. Now, if she's doing other things, I don't know. She's a weirdo. But that's, you remember when all that, it's been a couple months ago.
Yeah, I remember when all that happened, yeah.
Yeah, that's what that is. That's why she did that. So she could strike Traders.
Huh.
I don't know if there's other reasons, but that's why.
Weird.
Hey, Queen, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. This website's that's not a fake. It's because it's a Twitter, but if you type in the jpllaw.net, it goes to that original site.
Right. So there's a real one, and then there's one that was copied. And there's a real site, and then there's one on Twitter that's just a copy. There's nothing. It doesn't go to anything.
If you go to on Google and you type in the attorney's name and go to the Google page and you click website,
This
and
is
you
what
scroll
pulls up right here.
and you
This is
scroll the
website.
whole way down to like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, like those little like emoji type looking things.
Right here.
Click on Twitter once.
Yes. So this is the real one. This is his real one.
And
it's
the
not
one
showing
that,
for us. I
and
think you're
then
on a
the
different screen.
And the one that Nick is posting from is a totally different one.
Right. That's what I'm trying to show you. So we just clicked on it. This is the real one. Okay. This is the real website. Now, if you go look at this one right here that Nick is posting, this is the one Nick is posting. This is not the one that we just went to. Okay, here's the real website. Okay, here's his real website. This is his real website. Okay, this is the attorney's real website. This is it right here. This is a real website for a real attorney. This is real. Okay, when we go down here, look, we'll do it again. We go down to the bottom, just like she tried to tell you right here. You go down to the bottom, you find the little things right there, right, and you follow them. So here's Twitter. We'll click on it. Let me go share the Twitter tab. This is what pops up on Twitter. So this is the legit lawyer. So this is his.
So the one I was looking at, was the fake one.
Yes. So the one you were looking at was this one right here, which is a fake one. The one that Nick is posting from.
Damn, Gina.
Oh my God.
Gosh dang.
Can he get in trouble for that?
I try to tell you.
Yeah, you can. You will be.
Figure out who made that and who put it up there. That's what they're gonna have to figure out.
Well, I'm gonna hop down because I don't know if I'm real or fake, so I'm gonna hop back down and chat. But I just wanted to clarify that whole copyright thing. That was a couple months ago, but who knows
I
what else
appreciate
she's
your love.
doing. No problem, baby. Thank you.
Thanks for clarifying.
Thanks. That's why I thought was very weird because I was like saying, why is this lawyer talking
I
about
was trying to explain
Cavalcante?
it, but I couldn't get it out right because I didn't have all the stuff. So here goes barbecue saying like 2 sentences and get it out.
Yeah, I was sitting there. I was like, why would the lawyer talk about Cavalcante and start advertising?
That's the problem. He's not. This is a fake ass website. Whoever the fuck is doing this is would be talking about Cavalcante and you know.
Yeah.
Can you go over to the real website and look at their reviews?
Yeah, I looked
Little
all
Nick's
into
gonna
that.
need a lockpick by the end of this.
Where's the reviews at here?
So, Barbecue, has your attorney spoke with this attorney yet?
She might be back on the phone.
Yeah, she might be on the phone again.
Okay.
So, Queen, it's right there in the middle.
5-star reviews or what?
Yeah.
That's what you want to look at? Or client reviews?
Oh, client reviews.
Well, they're only going to post
Here.
the positives. There he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Nick
God.
gives a shout out to Joseph Lesniak. What do you know?
Can we play the video?
What
Hit the play
do you
button.
know?
Did she say she got a gag order or a cease and desist?
A C&D.
Okay.
There's no sound. You'll have to hit the sound button, I think. There was no sound not played. Let me see.
He's so smug.
All he said was he's a good lawyer and he's helping us with our Cavalcante work.
Imagine if the lawyer finds out that his client made a fake account on him on Twitter. And
You're gonna be fucking pissed.
Is it illegal to impersonate a
yes,
lawyer?
you go to jail. You go to jail. That's where you go if you impersonate an attorney.
I feel like this attorney, though, is so corrupt that he would have a secondary account to hide this type of dirty work.
I don't know, man.
I don't know about that. I ain't speaking on that. I ain't got no comment.
I know. I'll be the one to say it. He doesn't have it.
Like I said, I ain't about to sit up here and talk shit about no attorney. Hell no.
Right, we don't need to defame an attorney.
Yeah.
I think we all agree
And
on that. The last thing
failed.
anybody wants to do is say anything about an attorney.
They failed at their attempt for the Danilo Cavalcante stuff when they tried agitating the government to allow them in. What was when?
Scoot over to the left, baby. Cut out.
It's the wind.
Cut out. Oh, there you
The
go.
wind's blowing me away. I was saying, he nicked in it when his, obviously his legal stand-in, but he wasn't going to win that. But they also did try with the Danilo Cavalcante. They tried poking at the government, right? They wanted them to allow them in the courtroom, and they were trying to start with a very reputable, landmark around here, and they failed at all of it.
Wow, man. I knew there was something fucking fishy about this shit. I just couldn't put my fucking finger on it.
Somebody in chat just said that the dog, the
Oh my
bounty hunter-
God, that hung guy is also a client.
Oh my God, where's Cletus
Can I
at?
play it?
Here you
Can
go.
I play it?
My
Oh my
God.
God.
Say it.
Oh my God. He's a client too. Oh my God. He's a client. Look.
God
I'm
dang
so
it.
desperate.
Right now.
Gosh dang. Wong is the client too. How is
Joe
Wong
was
a
great.
client?
A
Ian.
serious
Oh
environment
my
where
God.
it actually gives you more into a serious.
Gosh dang, man.
He's a client too of the lawyer.
What the hell's going on?
I'm sorry.
So if they're sending out fake cease and desist, then he's breaking his parole. He'll get locked up straight away, won't he?
He's a client.
They gotta prove
He's
it
a
first. They
client.
want you to know it's what you can prove.
He's a client.
Serious environment where it actually gives you more of a relief instead of stressing
I'm
about
not down.
the
He
case,
ain't a good
which
lawyer.
which is great. Joe goes straight to the facts, this is what I can do for you, and this is how much it's gonna be, and he's just a straightforward person. It's easy to deal with. Once you get charged, you have a meeting with him. He tells you straightforward what can happen, what would happen, and how he could help you to solve these issues. So
Wow.
it's pretty good. So
That's
I would
impressive.
recommend Joe.
The lawyer
Just
does a
another
lawyer
troll
thing.
said- Just another troll said same French doors too.
Yeah,
Kinda
all the
odd.
videos.
That's
You know
the
what?
same
It is kind of
Lance.
odd. What if
Yes.
Nick was in there seeing his lawyer and
Wait.
Wong sat in
Yes.
the fucking day room and did his live?
Oh my
Wait, you're
God.
right. That's the same lamp.
Yes.
It
the
is.
same
It
lamp.
is. It is. It's
I'm
the same
fucking
chair.
done.
Stop it. Let's go pull
I'm
those.
fucking done. God.
It's the same.
Oh my God.
What the hell?
Wait a minute. I gotta get the live. Wait. Oh, here. I got it.
I bet you £1,000
This is
they're doing this just out of scare tactics because that lawyer said
at
no,
it.
you can't get one.
yes.
Look
There
at
it is.
it. That's the same fucking spot. Same chairs. Same double doors.
Oh
Yep.
my God! It's the law firm. They're doing it at the law firm's office in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
B Thug's getting ready to stroke out here, you guys.
B-Thug, you all right?
Oh my god.
I would not be surprised if they've gone to that lawyer and said,
And the
I need a
plot
cease and desist, and they've said no. So they've gone and created one to make everybody think that they need to be scared.
Barbecue,
had
letting
somebody-
you on here.
Yeah,
I
I'm
hope
here.
you're telling your lawyer this shit.
Somebody
Crystal,
came up
shut up.
in his video. Somebody came up to him and set something down, and he was like, "Thank you, I'll see you later," or something like that. So was it like a receptionist or something that brought him a glass of water or something?
Could have been a piece of paper, or
Yeah, I mean it was a guy, but so I thought maybe this was like a halfway house or something that they were in.
Wait a minute, let me find another one.
I know it's like it's funny because but it's honestly not. It's concerning. It's concerning that these three little, or at least two, allegedly corrupt people come on the scenes pretending they're going to do these big things for Sebastian Rogers. They're going to solve the case, and then they're threatening legal, standing in their buddy's office pretending that they're doing things. It's really concerning.
Look, it's the same lamp.
Yeah, same lamp, same chairs, same chair.
Yeah.
Look.
Unreal.
No, this is I can't even. I'm about to be like, you know what? Let me start cooking on the internet because I can't fuck with y'all over here in true crime. Y'all motherfuckers crazy as hell. Hell no.
Wow.
Little Nicky's going to be in deep shitty.
Well, no, he's not, because now we know that they are friends with the attorney. It's not fake.
Yeah.
But that Twitter page is fake.
It may be, but they're obviously friendly with him if they're sitting inside his office recording these.
Yeah, but if they'd gone to the office and said to him, I want to cease and desist on these people because they're talking about X, Y, Z, and he said they're not doing anything wrong, they've then come away, decided that they want to scare everyone, and just send their own cease and desist out of a template off Google and just using it as an intimidation tactic.
To be fair, how do we know this ain't like Hong's house? I mean, he wears $1,000 shoes.
Touche, right?
This is a law firm, and you can tell it's like they're at like the law firm at night when it's closed down, doing the filming when there's no lights going on. Oh my god!
They
But
but
you know what? Hold on. There's a video of him with there's a video of Wong sitting in the chair with the doors behind him. Oh, here it is, right here. I was gonna say, I know they didn't just go back and delete this motherfucker already. All right, you see this? Is it up?
No, it's not up.
Look at the doors. The doors behind him. The chairs.
Someone screen grab that or screenshot it.
Yeah.
I bet they're all in on it. I just don't understand why Seth would want everybody to
Even
shut
if
up.
he knows the
behind him.
lawyer, that doesn't mean the lawyer knows they made a fake ass page of his shit. I mean, maybe
Very
they didn't.
true.
I don't know if they did or if they didn't, but something's going on. There's something fucking going on here.
So, if I'm not mistaken, this same lawyer, we were looking at some paperwork earlier, and if I'm not mistaken, that lawyer's name was on the paperwork of him representing him. So they very well could be friends with the lawyer.
They are. That's what I'm saying. They are. They've always been. They all work together. It's a whole thing. That's why I didn't say allegedly with what I said, because I know this without a doubt. And while it's like, I mean, yeah, we did just, it's funny because people are like, oh, Hong has a nice house with his $1,000 shoes. The fact of the matter is these people do have the power to fuck with all of us.
Barbecue, what does your C&D specify?
The false claim that I threatened Dog the Bounty Hunter and now he doesn't want to go to search.
What?
What?
Can you show us this?
Wait, what?
Sorry.
What?
I've never heard you threaten anybody.
There's a bunch of stuff. In a nutshell, without reading it all, because like I'm mentally exhausted from this shit. It's fucking petty as hell. That my interference in the case has forced the quote agency to divert resources from searching for Sebastian. That my threats and harassment have directly hindered the search and postponement of critical travel for Dwayne Dog Chapman. That I incited the public in flooding the Pennsylvania Board of Parole with false reports. That I recklessly disseminated false information and it has inundated state and federal agencies with bogus leads. That my baseless claim that the reward is fraudulent. I never said that. I just said that I haven't personally seen a trust with $50,000 in it, and I'm not going to be adding that to a billboard that has $50,000, up to $50,000 reward money from the FBI. I was not including that on the billboards because I personally don't know about those extra quotation, extra $50,000 that was added to the reward to make it $100,000 like people are claiming. I haven't personally seen that money in a trust fund. So
yeah,
I never said it was fraudulent. I just said that, I can't speak upon that because I don't know. I don't know those people.
But what is the verbiage when it says you've got to cease? What are you trying? What are they trying to stop you from doing? What have they said? You're not allowed to talk about Nick.
All activities that interfere with the search for Sebastian, defame those involved, or obstruct justice.
Nothing interferes with helping.
Proper cease and desist.
It's not a real cease and desist.
They also said that
I would ask him if he represents Dog the Bounty Hunter because there's a lot of those things.
He does. Yes. The first line says, "Please be advised, I represent At Night Media, in quotation, the agency, a Pennsylvania LLC in connection with the search for Sebastian Rogers. Under the agency's agreement, I represent Chapman, Nick, Hong, Seth, Tony, national spokesperson for Mr. Rogers."
But like Betty keeps saying, they can't say anything to you. They can't stop you from talking about it. They can't.
They can just tell you what the repercussions will be if you don't.
Yeah. They're filing a federal injunction against me.
But I thought they only serve cease and desist when the federal injunctions are not possible. There's not enough evidence for the injunction.
Yeah. I would probably talk to your lawyer and see what the situation is.
Hey, I already have an attorney.
Yeah, don't tell us anything you talk to your attorney with. Don't say anything.
I'm not, but I at least want to finish my sentence.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can finish. You can say whatever you want to say.
I already have an attorney, and I have already talked to all 3 attorneys on the phone today. And what I will repeat, because I took notes, is that their cease and desist and federal injunction was poorly put together, and it's odd that the plaintiffs are employees.
Yeah.
There's no ex parte of a federal injunction protective order with a federal judge. There's no ex parte available.
Yeah.
The letter is an opinion, and a lot of what they said and stated in there is actually free speech and my First Amendment right.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say.
And that's what Betty keeps saying. Betty keeps saying it's all about a First Amendment. It's all about a First Amendment. But now it's going to come to the time where they're shutting everybody else up of their First Amendment.
They
I don't get all that.
They can't stop me from talking about the case. They're just demanding that I just cease and desist from all activities that interfere with the search.
What do they categorize as interfering with the search?
Yeah,
I don't know. We're conducting our own search measures we raise money for billboards. We have a trusted group of people, And outside of that, we're not going to stop talking about Sebastian Rogers.
This will be all Bedbug's idea. That's it. She's jealous. She made it out the other day, demanding receipts. She's got no right to them receipts. Absolutely none.
I
The only
already posted them. I've already posted them. They're pinned to my TikTok
Yeah.
page. I screen recorded
Yeah,
them
but
from
she's
my
now
phone.
said that she doesn't trust you, and she thinks that you've what did she say?
Fuck that
I
bitch.
don't care.
Like that's bullshit.
I don't care what Bullhorn Betty has to say. She has grifted money. She has raised money for, hey, if you want to send Seth Rogers a Father's Day fucking da-da-da, send it to my Cash App. She hasn't shown any receipts for that.
There's no receipts for all the Seth's money
She
and what he
hasn't shown
spent that
receipts
on.
for shit. I've been very transparent, and personally, like, I don't really care what Bullhorn Betty says anymore. She makes fun of me for living in a trailer. She makes fun of my friend Tammy, calling her plastic. She calls people fat and body shames people. She called me Shamu.
She was big as fuck too. She ain't got no reason to be talking.
Queen.
I have a
Shit.
question
She's
though.
a big
Does
neck
this-
bitch too, so she better chill out.
I have
All
a question
people know.
though. Does this? I mean, like this lawyer seems to be working. Does he have an ownership of this company?
You'll have to Google that. I have no idea. I didn't do
No,
any of
that'd
that.
be a conflict of interest. He
I
can't
wonder.
represent. He can't represent a client of his own client.
I have a question. You said they're employees. What are they employees of? The lawyer?
Of the agency.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At
Got
Night
it.
Media.
At Night Age. Oh, okay.
Yeah, my understanding, wouldn't the at night media have to be the ones to actually start the litigation, not just dog
So
about?
my question, and this is just a question or thought or like a wonder, I wonder. So Nick started At Night Media or whatever it's umbrellaed under, like 10 to 14 days after he got out of prison. And so I'm just wondering, like, who was his attorney that represented him for the charges that he was in prison for to begin with?
This guy, wasn't it?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
It was. It was this guy.
But if Nick's put him down as an employer for At Night Media,
What's
and
the
they're not an
purpose of
employer,
At Night Media? What is the purpose of At Night? I mean, they're meeting at night.
this is what I'm saying. If they were employees of At Night Media, they would have a contract. Otherwise, they're committing work fraud, whatever it's called.
I
You've
mean,
got to have a contract.
it does say under the agency's agreement, I also represent Dog, Nicholas, Hong, Seth, and Tony Mathis, national spokesperson.
What's it say about them being employed? Sorry, we're only trying to help.
I have to go into a different form. Hold on 1 second.
That's because they're trying to make a movie. I'm telling you.
It
Yeah, how
says
can they represent Tony and them if they're in a totally different state?
it says plaintiff. Okay, this is the parties. It says plaintiff, and this paperwork has not been filed yet. Plaintiff At Night Media is a Pennsylvania limited liability corporation with a principal place of business. I'm not going to say the address, but what I will, and it says, and is in the process of relocating somewhere in New York City. But if you Google it, the floor that their business is registered to is like a virtual rental space or something like that, like a shared rental space.
I mean, I just looked up the address, and it looks like it's pointing at a tree on the side of a highway.
That's why he's always in the state park.
And it has
Okay.
1-star review.
So yeah, it says
And it says welcome to the clown show as one.
Just him. Sorry.
oh wow.
Sorry. I really
So
didn't mean to do that.
his last case, which was October 19th of 2021, in the transcript of proceedings, his attorney was Norm Pattis Esquire, Joseph Lesniak Esquire, and Mark Much. I'm sorry, my dogs. Mark Much Esquire.
Well, Mark's a really reputable lawyer. like extremely well respected.
But going back to how the parties are listed, it says Seth Rogers, individual. Tony Mathis, individual in his official capacity as national spokesperson. Plaintiff Hong is an individual in his official capacity as an officer of At Night Media. And plaintiff Nicholas, I don't know how to say his last name, is an individual in his official capacity as an employee or agent. So one says officer and the other one says employee or agent.
That might just be semantic. I don't know. I live in the UK. I'm just the way it works over here. It's different.
Yeah.
But I really don't think we can send a cease and desist out for what you've done, because you've done nothing wrong.
Well, you can send one out for anything. It's just a matter of do they really have legal standing to pursue it further. And my thinking is they're going to pull a JLR. They will. They will try to financially drain you.
Yeah.
Will that have to be done in civil court?
Well, they're going to try to take it federal, and they're going to try to drain you because then you're forced to get an attorney for federal. And that's their whole idea. They're planning on just draining you financially. They'll just probably pick one person to fuck with. That's why it's like with that type of situation, it's like, you know, they might not have a lawsuit. He might be sanctioned. You might get some of your money back, but it's a BS thing that's going to happen. Like lawyers like this, they just, you know, like they could do that type of thing. But like, I don't know if that's going to be a good thing because like he can't practice. If it's federal, it would still have to be, I believe they would have to be a court. They would have to go to the court in your state, but then they have to discuss which rules they're going to use in the federal court. I think that's what they stated.
They also need to be licensed in whatever county they're going to.
It's in federal. It would be filed in the federal court in the Eastern District. And a lot of it could be done on Zoom, actually.
Yeah. That's what sucks about Zoom. It used to be like you used to go there. But that's kind of weird that this guy's going to try to sue you. I mean, doesn't he have his own practice? I don't know what the financial motivation would be. Like, I don't understand it.
Well, I actually have a text message when Tony was, you know, spouting off of his mouth, and he had said, let me go back to these messages.
Do you still have all the videos where they say that they're going to sue you?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, where Nick's on the screen and he's saying, I'm going to sue you, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do...
Yeah, I don't watch his videos.
Saying that to Clue, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about barbecue.
So if they did that if they did to Clue what they're doing to barbecue, surely Clue can go to the court and say, this is all premeditated. They're doing it for no other reason than spite.
The problem is you got to fight that. You got to deal with motions and stuff like that, and it's going to spend money. That's the whole idea. It's like you're not going to get, if he starts the litigation, it's going to spend money, and that's the problem.
So June 11th, Tony actually sent me a text message and said, I'm going to file a civil suit against you and make you pay to defend it. Don't even care if I win. Screw filing a cease and desist. Waste of time. Stand by. I was done with you, but oh well.
See, that's a threat. That's a direct threat. Surely you can take that to the judge if it goes that far and just say, this is what they're planning. They've got no reason. These are my videos. This is what I've done. These are the finances. They're doing it just to be twats.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, because that's what Queen's going through right now, not in a federal level, but she's going through that now, and they have to fight that she's doing it for money, trying to drain her.
Yeah.
Because she has videos to prove that Betty went after her to drain her, to rack up bills, and still hasn't been fought out. You know what I
Is
mean?
is the only case outstanding on yours, Queen, the countersuit? Or has she refiled, and then refiled?
Yeah, my countersuit's still in place, and it has been.
But is there anything on her side that she's still?
Yeah, she refiled the lawsuit. She's taking her 6th crack at it now.
6?
The judge had to rewrite it and rewrite it and rewrite it. Yeah.
I thought it were only 2. Oh my god.
So what I think Nick and them are doing with barbecue and Clue also is, because I think somebody said it, barbecue, you might have said it in that in the reading, but so it sounds like anyone that has stated that they have talked to Chris or Katie on the phone, those are the ones I think that they're targeting the C&Ds to, because it was stated earlier that they can do discovery and request all communications, and so they're trying to see what is being said.
Well, yeah, that was one of the things that they wrote in the federal injunction, was that they want me to relinquish all of my electronics, notes, emails, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you could have to fight that. You probably would get through that, because like what are they trying to claim that they did? Defamation?
Who?
You. Like, are they trying to claim that you're suing you for defamation?
There's a lot. There's like 8 things: slander and harassment, distraction from Sebastian's case, interference with search operations, undermining reward credibility, flooding false leads, encouragement of false allegations, postponement of travel, and reallocation of resources.
The only one thing I heard there was like the first one, which was like the defamation. That's very much flimsy. Yeah, they're just basically bringing a frivolous lawsuit. They're threatening you with a frivolous lawsuit so they can spend your money, basically.
How is it that they're saying that I really don't get that. That's really annoying me. How can Seth sit there while his son's missing, backing a woman up who's doing nothing to help his son? Nothing.
Bro. Did you
As
not
long as
hear
the money's
about?
coming in.
Did you not just hear about this morning what SF said about Seth? I don't really think his moral character is that great. I think he's a piece of shit. Like, to be completely honest with you. Like, and I don't
I'm trying to be a bit more diplomatic, but yeah.
I don't really care about, like, once I heard what SF said, I'm pretty much believing what SF says. Yeah, he's a piece of shit, to be completely honest. And I don't care about the live streams on me. Like, you do that to kids. Yeah. Okay. If that's actually, like, I believe the grooming stuff, but if that other shit is true, yeah, there should be a special place in hell for people like that. And that's just my opinion.
The fact that he's standing next to Betty is just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. What would Sebastian think? Honestly, is there slating his mum? His dad's fighting with his mum and putting all this stuff out in public to make them bad. So when Sebastian comes back home, he's going to resent his dad. He's going to have no respect. And Seth and Tony and Betty are the only people holding this case up. They're the only ones interfering. They're the only ones that are taking money off the back of his name because she needs a lawyer for shooting her mouth off. And she's getting all that from her subs, and then she's coming at Clue and Barbecue for raising all this money, but she's allowed to do it. And yours is actually for the child. And then Tony's just going after anybody that points out that Steph's not looking great in the public eye.
I actually was just sent a screen recording also of Tony threatening to back a truck up to my trailer and tow it off. I didn't get to hear the whole thing, but
Yeah, I heard that.
Well,
so why is all this okay for Betty? She's not doing nothing for Sebastian, but she'll come out here and slate everybody that is doing something for him. And Seth still stood there like a dickhead.
My thoughts My thoughts are, is they're pitching Seth with a movie and trying to get him on board with that and promising him the world, I think, and telling him, oh, you're going to have all this money and you're going to be able to start this blah, 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 nonprofit, da thing. And I really honestly believe they're going to start making a movie or whatever, or try to.
Completely agree.
I would think.
Yeah,
and I
the
think that's
key
why all
word
this
there.
bullshit is going on.
Yeah, and the key word there, in my opinion, is Seth is only seeing dollar signs.
Right.
Because you've got somebody here up on panel that has done no harm to Seth or Chris or Katie in any way whatsoever. But you've got Betty out here that is threatening his ex-wife, mother of this missing child, and he's going to stand up next to her in court and say that he's there to support her for using her First Amendment right when she's done the absolute most in this case to hinder it.
And to take from it, because she's now taking funds away from Sebastian. And I'm guessing it's a lot of funds because it's about Sebastian. But now she's getting all this money.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty shitty situation. And it's like, unfortunately, the United States allows frivolous bullshit lawsuits. And it seems like this lawyer and Nick the Hat and this Hung guy, because that's what it looks like his name was. Don't come at me for racism because I'm trying to pronounce his name. Apparently are very close relationship with this individual because they're actually doing videos inside his fucking law firm at night. Like, who do you give key? Like, that's crazy to me that they literally they let this guy in to their law firm at night. Like, you're going to let people who have criminal histories into your law firm with other clients? Okay.
Maybe they're cleaners.
That's what I was going to say.
Imagine that
was janitor.
Imagine this whole thing was fake and they're just actual janitors in that place, and they're just like, oh, that'd be hilarious, but that's not true. He probably represents them. But that'd be kind of funny.
Well, he probably represents them, but I'm just saying maybe they're cleaners too.
They take off their outfits.
Why else would they be there at night?
I don't know, man. That's just so weird that both these guys are basically worked with this guy. They were clients, and then they do like a review for this guy, and it's so weird.
Did that guy represent Nick with his criminal charges when he was in jail or prison or wherever he was?
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm trying to look up the company at night, and it was formed at 6/6/2023. So let me see. When did Cavalcante start running?
I think he got out.
That was May, wasn't it?
On September 13th of 2023.
Yeah. September. So they formed this corporation 3 months before he escaped from jail.
The company was formulated 6/6 of 2023, and Nick got out of jail 5/24 of 23.
So he forms this company immediately upon release. Interesting.
And that's At Night Media or whatever it is?
Yeah, it's all one word. At Night is one word, and then Media LLC.
And what's the purpose of that group again?
It looks like the website's kind of weird, but I mean, like the website's like intelligence agency, and then you have media. I don't know. It's kind of vague.
I'm not going to it because I don't want them trying to hack my phone or my internet or.
Yeah, I get you. But I don't know. It's very vague what they do, to be honest with you. I'm not quite sure what they do, to be honest with you.
Right, I'm going to drop down. Just before I do, I've just got a couple of messages. Seth, please try and help yourself and your son. I don't think anyone really believes that you did anything. But the way you're acting now is wrong.
I don't believe Seth has anything to do with this disappearance of his son, but I think he's a piece of shit. Like an absolute garbage human being who, unfortunately, the law had not caught up to. Because I truly believe if those allegations are true, he should go to jail for a very long time for what he did in his past. But that's just my opinion, and people could come after me for that opinion. But once I heard what SF said, and if those allegations are true, he should have went to jail, to be completely honest with you. And it's sickening that he's re-victimizing his victim and using a bunch of scummy people to do it.
Yeah.
And that's
well, and
my
how
opinion.
is Nick saying that barbecue lady was hindering the search
Interfering,
efforts
yeah.
or whatever he said, but yet he's the one saying that Dog and him and his team and all them are going to administer this drug to get somebody to tell the truth. How is that not hindering the search efforts or investigation?
Well, you got to realize, let me explain something to you with unfortunately in the United States government, bringing frivolous bullshit lawsuits is something that you can do to scare away people. And it looks like this, like just like Granny was stating, it looks like these people are as thick as thieves. He's literally in the office, and I wouldn't be shocked if they just figure out a way just to make people waste money. Now, I don't think they can sue everyone, but they could probably just start some bullshit litigation against one person. And most people on this platform, most people in the United States don't have more than $1,000 in their bank account, let alone fighting for, a year or so in a lawsuit. Yeah, you would 100% win. Yeah, you would mop the floor with these people. But at what cost? It would be like one of those, like, what do they call it? A victory? Like, what do they call it? What's the saying? It's like a fake victory. It's only a victory in meaning. It's like technically, what is it called?
Well,
I wonder why that lawyer's not representing Betty. Like, why was her name left out? Isn't she part of the team?
Well, I'm hoping that everything goes well with your barbecue. I don't want you to deal with that lawsuit.
Listen. If I can crowdsource $22,206.45 in 33 hours, I can absolutely raise money for an attorney.
Yeah, but still, I hope that you don't go through that because it's a nightmare to go through litigation. To be honest,
right? Ask Queen what it's like to go through this.
It is a nightmare to go through a lot of BS litigation, and you're going to deal with that. So, I mean, like personally, I hope he's just bluffing. I hope he's not going to do that litigation. But if he does, it's going to be very fucking annoying.
And they'll just keep going. They just keep going after Queen. Betty does. Just keeps going and going and going. She keeps refiling just to keep racking up the bills. Luckily, people have been supporting her, but yeah. I mean, when's it going to end? It's bullshit.
But the bad news is if it's an attorney, it's kind of like there's good news. If this attorney actually files this frivolous lawsuit, he could probably get sanctioned for
improper purpose. Purpose.
Yeah, because he knows he's not pro se. He knows the law, and he could probably get hit with that. To be honest with you, and it was called correct me. It was called I can't say the word a Pyrrhic victory. That's what it's called, a Pyrrhic victory. One to at a great to cost. So thank you. Yeah, I mean, I think you could probably hit him with that, but it still would cost you money. For instance, BJ Investigates is a YouTuber that was dealing with some BS from another lady, and she had a lawyer, and she won. I mean, she's winning all the time, but she spent like $300,000, and she only won back $100,000. And now the lady's trying to fake a divorce with her husband to hide the money to pay her back, and trying to pretend that she's like bankrupt. And it's
we're not breaking the law over here. We're just talking about Sebastian and putting up billboards.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, the problem is that it seems like we've stumbled onto what I feel a very odd alliance of people who are all seem to be trying to attack people for their opinions and seem to want to profit. And it's very odd.
It's suspicious.
Yeah, it's very suspicious. No, Crocs are not for life. Yeah. It's very suspicious. No, they're not for life. We're gonna have to kick you off the panel because you've got Crocs. No one likes Crocs.
Me and Cheesy will crack right on out of here, sir.
We don't like Crocs.
Yeah, we're Croc sisters.
What's a Croc?
The Croc Show.
Oh, I want one of those from McDonald's so bad. Little keychains.
I just got mine, Chloe. It's so cute. I'm
I
excited.
got
They
mine
better
too.
have a
The
new one
same one.
tomorrow.
I got to go tomorrow.
I'm switching teams. I'm going to be teaming up with the lawyer. He doesn't look like he's a croc person. And
Actually, he does. He looks like he wears socks with his Crocs. But you know what McDonald's told me today? These are in such high demand that if they get caught taking them as employees, they'll get fired. I'm like, damn. So people are excited for the Crocs, B-Tim.
What is it? Where'd you get it from?
McDonald's. It's a little Croc keychain. McDonald's themed keychain.
Oh no! Don't say that any louder. My daughter might hear, and she'll be like, "Can we go to McDonald's?"
You gotta collect them all. They're so cute.
I wonder if you should just notify like Sumner County or TBI. You know,
TBI's already been notified.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the problem is like this is just BS. I mean, like that's just it's very clear as day that this is an intimidation tactic, and it's just really fucked up.
It's extremely fucked up.
Yeah, because you mean to tell me in that C&D that the part of it that she read off that she's basically scared Dog the bounty hunter off?
Yeah, that's what they're going to try to.
Like what?
But the thing is like they don't care. Like they don't care. All they want to do is just file it. Waste your time replying. Replying to that will probably cost you about $1,200, maybe $1,500. You know,
900.
900. Thank you. Oh, okay. You're gonna have to reply to their complaint. It's gonna cost you a bunch of money for that, the complaint, and then they're gonna then you're gonna have to pay your attorney to show up in court, and then you're gonna have to pay your attorney to argue to dismiss and all those other things. And you're talking about thousands of dollars, just basically just thrown at the fucking wind at this lawyer. And maybe the judge might fucking see your point of view and just go and say, hey, you know, this lawyer this is frivolous, this is bullshit. What are you doing here? But most likely justice works very slowly and it takes a while for that to even happen. I'm not trying to I'm just trying to like let her know that the situation is. It's like I don't want to just like tell you, oh, it's nothing, it's no big deal. But I'm just trying to tell you. You know, take it very seriously.
They're telling you in the chat to stop it.
I know. Well, they want me to stop talking about that particular negative aspect.
Well, that's my whole thing. It is serious.
Air Force vet here says Dog has his own attorney. He's not being represented by this attorney. No way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you reached out to Dog or his daughters or team or anything and requested, you know,
a statement?
A statement.
I definitely would. Oh,
I would too.
For sure. I want an explanation for this.
And you know what? I'm not even kidding. If this was or is legit, if one came to my door, I'm going as far as to notifying media too. Like, we're not playing these games. You're not going to strong arm me because you're an attorney with a little corrupted friend that's on probation. Like, this just doesn't feel right. And I'd bring as much attention to it as I could.
Yeah, I would blow up the story. I'd be like, listen, this law firm is representing this weird agency, and like this guy's doing videos, and they're talking about
investigate it. They'll investigate it.
Yeah, I would blow it up.
Love it, especially in Pennsylvania where Nick already has a reputation. They'll eat that shit up.
Yeah, I'd be like, what's the relationship between this lawyer and At Night? Why are they talking about truth serum? Why are these two people doing, you know, live YouTube videos inside the law firm? You know what I mean? I'd be like saying, like, what the hell is going on here? And why are they working? Why do they have the father of a missing child now a client of a media company?
Well, and I'm sorry, but if you're hunting down murderers and you're hunting down criminals and drug dealers and, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to be scared of some young ass.
That's what I'm saying.
Fucking white girls.
Right. How fucking you scared
to go search for a child because someone who raised $22,000 for billboards said something on the internet.
I want to see Dog. I want to see Dog actually admit in a file. Like, I am afraid of this lady named Barbecue Lady. She scared me from searching for a child. It's like, bro, you hunted down.
I would love to hear him say that.
I want to say something before I drop down. Listen, I always say everything happens for a reason, okay? I don't know why I'm why I really got involved. My heartstrings were pulled, and for some reason I met really great people and I met really fucked up people, okay? But the thing about this whole thing is if they go through it and file this federal injunction, they just opened Seth and Tony up to be deposed.
Yeah, it's true.
Right.
They absolutely did. And Seth's got, and I would say one of the questions I would ask them is, when did you start dating Katie? And you know what I mean? Get there. And also, we'd probably, if he gets mad about his penis, you can ask him about the girth of his penis. And it's just like hey. Anyway.
What's crazy is I called this weeks back. I said they're never going to go to Tennessee. They're going to pull a Betty. This is all a scam for them. Every last bit of it. I knew they would come out with legal action because that's what at night media, with utmost respect, you all know I respect JLR, but this is what they do. And that's what he's been part of, which is why Nick even said, why do you think it's starting somebody shut up? And guess what? He did shut up publicly, didn't he? I'm telling you, this is all a plan. They know what they're doing. And I know people are like, oh, it's no big deal, or, oh, we'll crowdsource it, or this and that. With utmost respect, that money was raised on behalf of Sebastian, right? So that was people that loved and cared about Sebastian, wanted to help. You may not be as successful on your own. I'm not saying you want it. I know you have a ton of support, but it's not something to bank on because at the end of the day, they do have the means to financially drown all of us. They do. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little fuck you. Like I said, I'll go to the news and shit, but it's still going to be messy. It's not nothing you want to, Queen's been going through it. It's not something you want to go into. And this is all off the back of a missing child. It's absolutely sickening. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's very sick that Mr. Seth Rogers is playing these fucking games with all these other people. And, everyone says, oh, Seth searches for his kid. He searches, doesn't feel like it. Feels like he spends a lot of fucking time online messing with people and not searching. And I truly believe, I wonder about his motives. And I feel like his motives are just simply to how much money can I take from this situation? Because it's very odd to me. I don't think he has anything to do with the disappearance, but I think he's profiting from it. And that's just fucked up. And I want that to be put out there before people say I'm attacking the father of this kid. He's done almost every single fucking thing I can think of is wrong in this case.
Yeah, they're all about money. And now they're trying to, it's sick. It's really sick.
Poor
he
fiance.
actually, he is a legit attorney.
Fiance is so upset. He was really hoping that Dog the Bounty Hunter was going to come to the door, but if he's scared of barbecue, I know he'll be scared of him.
I mean, that's so gross that they said that she intimidated him from searching.
No. They said I threatened him.
Oh. Did it say he's going to stop him from searching?
Yes, that it prohibit. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I want to hear Coffendorfer address that. You know what I mean? Let's see what TMZ has to say about that. I'd go big, girl. I'd go ahead and sell yourself to Daily Mail, TMZ, the same places they sold themselves, and show them and say, what do you think of this? Dog the Bounty Hunter's afraid of little old single mom, 5 foot something, he chases down criminals for a living. It's all a gross distraction.
I would probably go that route because it's once these people get exposed, they're like that, they're gonna have to answer, and that lawyer it's gonna look really bad on that lawyer playing these games.
Yeah, you got to play their games.
I yeeted myself by accident, so I'm going to get off. Tim, I really, really, really do apologise. For telling you to shush.
Oh, no, I don't care.
No,
I talk too much. It's fine. You're cool. You're cool.
I just wanted to apologise properly.
No, you don't have to apologise for nothing. We're cool. No problem.
Okay, mate.
Just tell me to shut up anytime. I talk too much. That's the problem.
Well, I didn't want to say that. It's like that film, and then it just goes on and on and over and over.
Yeah, I
know. Not too rude.
No, it's cool.
Okay, right. I shall see you all later.
All right, you have a good one.
Good night.
You too. Right. Night, everyone.
Night.
Good night.
Hi, Betty.
What a roller coaster of a situation today, I have to say. I mean, first we find out SF's comment about that, And
Hold
then
on, Foley says, can anyone look up the lawyer that represented him in his racist case where he got in trouble? Is it the same lawyer?
I think she said it was
Yes,
the same lawyer.
it is. It is absolutely. There were 3. He was one.
And then Mark, which is actually a really good lawyer, like has a good stand-in.
So he's friends with them like outside of this.
So we went down the rabbit
I'm
hole,
assuming.
and it is a rabbit hole. If you go back and look, this Joseph Lesnick represented the spokesman for Bill Cosby. Nick has also named off the ex PA. What was he? Whatever, but he wouldn't pursue the charges against Cosby. So really what Nick's doing is he is unraveling an entire corruption that took place right in my state, and it's aggravating because it's literally like I'm in the same county as him and everything. And he's openly admitting that they were all shaking hands, and that's why he wasn't prosecuting people that he was supposed to, because he was shaking hands with these guys. It's a whole corruption ring thing that Nick is explaining. If he's being truthful about his connects, which
it sounds like an interesting lot. It sounds like an interesting down the rabbit hole live type, like a rabbit hole live that you can just go down and talk about.
Hold on.
There's a lot there.
Lesniak did not represent Bill Cosby. I don't think she did.
No, he didn't. Yeah, he did not represent Bill Cosby. No, he represents and is good friends with the man that was Bill Cosby's spokesman. And if you look it up, they even name that guy on his website as part of Ad Media. Then click on him, and that's what he's known for, being and he's all these photos with Bill Cosby, and so was Nick. And that's when Nick was wearing the Warner Bros. Hat, and then he shortly after that got in trouble for making up the racist rants. Which who knows? Maybe that was to distract from Bill Cosby. After all, he has the power to put you in the Me Too movement and take you out.
Was he still a prosecutor? Was he still a prosecutor, that Lesnick guy? Well, that was
no, Lesnick was never the prosecutor. It wasn't Lesnick. It was judge.
Yeah, he said he was in the former DA's office. Right?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, he was the prosecutor. I'm thinking of the state attorney is what I'm thinking of, that refused to press the charges against Bill Cosby, who's now listed as part of At Media. Like, they're all connected. And people were shocked at the time. Like, there's enough proof against him. Why won't you prosecute him? He was literally trashed everywhere for it. People were angry. And he just kept saying he didn't feel like it was enough to prosecute. So then when he moved down, the next guy that stepped in did prosecute, and there was enough. So what I'm hearing from Nick's own mouth is the reason it wasn't prosecuted is because they were all shaking hands. It's the way I perceive it.
Bitch, please. Sorry, that was my charger.
The Attorney General, thank you. It was the Attorney General. Want to pursue it.
I just like to say I love life, and I am not depressed. Just stating that.
If B. Tim disappears, we know why.
I am not depressed, and I love life. That's all I have to say.
Well, as I was wondering if that Twitter account of Dogs is real too, because I was blocked off of Dogs' Twitter account, and it's like, why would I be blocked? Somebody named Cheesy Weezy be blocked off of Dogs' Twitter account for no reason. So that's why I'm wondering if that's even real.
I'm sorry.
You go. I'm sorry.
I just put my email in the chat under like my real account because this is like my iPad account. But so if anybody has anything that they would like to email, I put my email there.
And where is it? In the side chat?
No, it's in the comments.
Usually I won't let you do it.
Oh.
You're not a mod here.
Can I just say it?
If you want to, I mean, I don't. If you want to put it out, go ahead. You can put it out. You can put it in the back chat, and I'll drop it in here.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Put it in the back chat, and I'll drop it in the chat. Sorry, I sneezed. BBQ recorded the call with Tony, was twisted as fuck. He's all for these idiots targeting her to even get her to shut up, get even with her, and shut her up.
Yep.
Oh, hold on. They said Dog's X account is fake also.
That's what I thought.
Barbecue. Oh yeah, barbecue lady. My wrench chaos. She's one of my friends. She came in your live and asked you a question, and you answered her and blocked her.
I didn't block anybody, so maybe
Maybe it's
sometimes
like
the
timed out or
mods.
something, or one of the girls did it by accident.
Yeah, sometimes if it looks like a troll account or something like that, it could be mistaken. So,
She said, "Would you unblock her when you go back over that way?"
what's the name? I'll do it right now.
I'm not sure. I don't know what it is over there. I think it's chaos over here, but I don't know what it is over there. If it's the same or.
How do we know that Twitter account is fake?
She said, "Oh, I am a troll." Chaos. It's chaos. The same over there. Same over here.
And we know it's fake because you blocked Cheesy Weezy.
Chaos. I need the at. Because like
Why
I
would
type in
anybody block
chaos,
me?
it gives so much.
I don't
And
know how they proved it.
Had you not even commented on it or anything
What
yet?
if they eat in a day?
I'm
Who is
sorry.
not muted? Oh, I'm
Me. I'm sorry. I'm in a different screen.
I commented one time to stay away from Betty. Was the only thing I got, and that was weeks ago. But now I'm blocked.
Yeah, I don't know how they did it, but somebody said earlier that somehow that Dog the Bounty Hunter, that one TikTok, goes back to Nick. But I don't know. I'm not too tech savvy on Twitter. I don't use it or anything, so I don't know how that all came about, but that's what I've heard.
Hold on, that email address ain't working. Let me go try to send you one real fast and make sure it's coming up right before I drop it in the.
No, I'm just wondering if this is that At Night Media is somehow working with Dog because and he can't get his show going on A&E anymore. They've dropped him or whatever. So maybe he's trying to get it going again with Nick. I don't know.
Huh.
Is that girl's profile picture an orange K?
I'm not sure. It's in the back. Granny's watching. Put it in the back chat for you, baby.
Okay, I got it. I unblocked you, and I'm sure it's because it had 0 followers.
Yeah, I would say we're not TikTok, you know what I mean? Like
I fixed it.
It's
Thank you. I'm gonna be creating a Cheesy Weezy TikTok, so don't block me because I won't have any followers either.
That's all right.
Yeah, like we ain't got no followers over there. Shit.
So
I'm still just so mind blown
about the mass conspiracy of this group of people, like a cabal of people. Like they basically, you have Seth, who's hired Tony, who's basically hanged out with Nick the Hat and Beach B and Hong. Hong and Nick the Hat are hanging out with this attorney.
They are real life friends.
They are real life friends, and they do videos in his office at night. And if it's daytime, they can only do the videos outside in his backyard or a graveyard. And they all formed a corporation to basically make money. And they also grabbed Dog the Bounty Hunter to also be part of the corporation. And then they basically work with 2 a.m. TikTok girls to dox people and stuff. And if that doesn't work, they work with their lawyer to basically threaten to bring frivolous lawsuits, all in an attempt to basically stop people from attempting to search for their child or put billboards or talk about Sebastian Rogers in a mass conspiracy of people.
My thing is why would a lawyer put his law degree on and risk it to be associated with these people?
I don't know.
I think that goes back to the first round of C&Ds that went out. Why did that Tara person lawyer put her name on those?
I'll tell you what I think. Because I think they don't think anybody's going to do anything. I think they think you're going to like kind of get scared and intimidated and fall over. Which is why I'm saying if one comes to my door, I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing. They're not going to scare tactic anybody or try to, you know what I mean? Like meet them at their own games, barbecue, honestly. And honestly, I'm a little shocked that nobody else got one. If I'm being really honest, I'm a bit shocked by that.
I think the reason why is because I think Tony is directing.
Sorry.
I think you go. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. My dogs won't shut the fuck up. I'm not backing down at all.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Tony said one got sent out, so I'm assuming that's barbecue lady. And he said more's coming out. So
yeah. By the way, Mr. Lesnick, I'm going to say this to you: give up on the side comb. You are going bald. It's not enough. Okay, I'm telling you now. Take the baldness with dignity, and that is not dignity. Okay, just saying.
Well, and I think Clue would have gotten one, in just my opinion, nothing against Clue whatsoever. But I think that she would have gotten one today, had she dropped her email, and that's why he was, asking for it or whatever.
I told him the email was on the fucking screen he was looking at.
Right.
No, I think, honestly,
how the heck did Queen get booted?
I don't know, but now I guess it's a free for all. So I mean,
when the mice are away,
this is the time. This is the time to attack Cheesy for getting Crocs choice.
Hey,
getting Cheesy with her Crocs.
Oh, now Granny went.
Oh, now Granny's gone. Well, see, now it's feel like
I'm actually leaving too because I got to make a phone call.
All right, you have a good one.
Well,
listen, where'd Queen Bee go?
She might have dropped out because of StreamYard kind of fucks you sometimes.
Oh, I just came in back into the picture, but thank you guys for having me up and being respectful and giving your good advice. I appreciate it. I'll take my lawyer's advice as well. I appreciate it.
Well, yeah, definitely take your lawyer's advice, not us.
Don't take our
definitely
advice.
keep us updated too, and just know that we're all thinking about you.
Well, you guys give good things to think about and write down in my notebook.
Yeah. Well, stuff that you can ask your attorney about too,
Yeah.
For sure.
We're no legal experts, so we're not like Betty. We don't claim to be legal experts. We didn't go to unaccredited colleges.
I didn't kick you because you wear Crocs. It just dropped. I don't know how. I don't have power to kick people. Sometimes I do wish I had power to kick people.
All right. Bye, Clue. Small Town Girl. B. Tim. Cheesy Weezy. Queen Bee. Thank you. Have a good night.
All right.
We'll see you later, baby.
I mean, just my honest opinion. I really, just truly, I don't know why I feel it that they're trying to come after people that they know have talked with Chris and Katie, because it's like they're trying to get that information. Because if you go off of Nick's lives, he's got Chris and Katie guilty to no end. There's no question about it.
Well, that's what that thing I read said. I don't know who that person is. Nicole Go-Getter or something. That they're... Let me find it again.
Was it an email or...
No, it was a post that was made apparently. But it says... Clue plus others are being sued. There will be discovery and depositions. They will be asked to provide any and all communications that they have with KP and CP, all of text, emails, and phone records and DMs. If it can be proven that KP and CP are behind the smear campaign, they too will be sued and deposed, and all their stuff is fair game.
Yeah, but the problem with that is that they would not be allowed to get that. I don't know what they're planning on suing for. If it was for a defamation case, it has to be related to the defamation. They can't just be I want all your communications between every single party if they're not named, in the lawsuit. They're not, it just doesn't make sense. It's a fishing expedition at that point. And it's just if they try to do that, it's going to get denied. And the lawyer's probably going to be fucking wasting time on that. And that's pretty much it. It's going to be absolutely denied. Granny says check your email.
Over here saying that she's going to dig into the financials of Eric Craddock and the district attorney of Sumner County, but they're okay with that?
Yeah. By the way, Illuminati, Granny says check your email.
Yeah, I was gonna say Granny's watching's telling you to check your email, and I dropped Barbecue Lady's email in the chat. Hell on Wheels says this doesn't fit the bill for a federal injunction. This is at best state level.
Yeah, I don't even know if there's a defamation case because I didn't when she was reading it. I'm like, there's no case, like there's nothing I can see that you would actually bring a suit for, and I don't even think there was a defamation cause for that. So it's like it's very weird. I think the lawyer might get himself into trouble if he filed that. To be honest with you, I think like that's just my opinion.
What she Granny's watching said again. What C&D starts with a hashtag?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah.
Sure. My name is not Brett. It's BT. Like Ray Pearl. Just joking. But anyway, FBI is probably watching this all. Yeah. Okay. I don't think the FBI is watching us. If they are, I like life. I do not feel depressed. Anyway.
And they're going to have to prove that she hindered the search for Sebastian, which, unless there was a lot of stuff done off of, camera and stuff.
That's not a cause of action.
Right.
You can't sue for that. I mean, like, that's not a cause of action that they can sue for. I mean, that's pretty much, I don't see how that's a cause of action at all.
No, I mean, if you've got anybody hindering the search for Sebastian, you've got Betty and all them over there putting up Dog the Bounty Hunter's tip line instead of TBI in Sumner County.
Yeah, Kodo says nothing is filed officially. They paid to get cease and desist drawn up to scare people. I agree with that. I think it's like a lot of people trying to scare people around. Tori, would you like to come up? Like, I love to have a conversation with you, Tori. Is that Tori? Tori Hathaway? I'd like to get your opinion. Come on up. Be very interesting to see what your thoughts are. Oh, you'll just rather stay in the chat. Okay. Okay. Well, Ms. Tori, I would suggest you pop up if you have more opinions.
This is just crazy to me. Like, this really is too much for fucking TV.
Well, I mean, you literally have an attorney that is representing a bunch of wackadoos and letting them do fucking YouTube videos in his office at night. Like, I mean, is this not sounding like a TV show, to be honest with you? I mean, like, we're in the Truman Show right now, like, to be honest with you. Like, did you ever think that you would talk about this case? In the end of the day, you're dealing with a lawyer from Pennsylvania that lets, like, Hong and Nick to go into their fucking office at night when they're done cleaning the office to do YouTube videos about how they have a CIA agency and they're going to fucking use drugs to tell the truth to people.
The Matrix is real.
The Matrix is real. And then hanging out with Dog the Bounty Hunter. I mean,
who again, I have not seen. Like, I want to know, honestly, in my opinion, or I said in my opinion, fuck, I gotta stop saying that bullshit. But anyway, is it possible that, so Dog does this interview on the Banfield or whatever, right? And then all of a sudden, here come these two, Nick and Hong, right? So I'm like, are you guys really affiliated with him? Because I didn't see either one of them on that interview.
no, I didn't. And also, it was actually very odd because Coppendorfer was going to do an interview with Nick and Dog, and then she last minute changed it, and now it's just Dog. So to me, that's a very odd thing. I'm wondering if, like, even Nick, I mean, like, it makes me wonder what the situation is with that, with those two. Well, what's the relationship with those two?
I'm wondering if there's no relationship at all.
Right.
If Dog the Bounty Hunter got involved in this because of publicity and trying to sell his book or whatever, and they've latched on saying, oh, we're friends with Dog, and Dog has no clue what's going on. I mean, he called Seth Sean, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, and Coffindoffer keeps on pushing back the interview, and now it's tomorrow at 2. And it's like this interview that she was planning on having special guest Dog, the bounty hunter, on, has been pushed, and she changed her thumbnail multiple times. I'm just wondering what the hell is going on here.
I'm sure that's Dog doing that.
Yeah.
Well, and I find it odd too that you've got Nick today, sending out C&Ds, going into people's chats, wanting their email addresses and stuff like that. But when he did that live that we watched earlier today, he said this will be the last time, that you'll see me on live doing a video about Sebastian. It's going to go back to Hong or whatever his name is. Like he still can't talk about this case.
Right.
Well, did you say Coffindoffer was going to have Nick and Dog on there, and then she changed her mind and said she's only going to have Dog? Maybe Dog said, "Hey, I don't know this asshole."
That's what I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I'm like thinking that's the situation.
I'm hoping she touches on that in her interview.
Doubtful.
Yeah,
that
I know,
or
it is
that
her.
Nick still can't talk about this case. And
Yeah,
so he can't do an interview.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be too.
What again is wild to me, because you've got somebody who can't speak about the case, but is sending out C&Ds for people to stop talking about the case and searching and all this, and Nick and them haven't done one search. They haven't even been here.
Who told him he couldn't talk about the case? I missed that.
That's what he says, that somebody, well, I think he blamed Chris Proudfoot, didn't he?
Oh.
Yes, and that video that he did with the tape over his mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was actually Hong that was blaming him, saying that he, I don't know, silenced. Then I heard Betty say something about they went to his job or whatever, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
I don't believe you could get a hold of their job.
I don't even know what their job is, to be honest with you. Like, are they janitors?
It sounds like they're employees of At Night. Are they not?
Yeah.
I mean, At Night sounds like something a fucking 12-year-old makes up. Like, I'm a secret agent working with the CIA. It's like fantasy land when I read that fucking. It's just filled with like fucking fanfic that you would hear from a 12-year-old. Like,
No, this is crazy, dude. Like, I can't even. Like, if you don't stop.
Secret agent man.
Well, Betty started her own media company, BTM, and printed out her own media passes.
Yeah, I mean, this seems like they're LARPing. Like, I feel like this is like this lawyer's midlife crisis, and he's like, "Wow, this agency sounds really cool. I want to be part of that agency." And he's like, "Damn, I want to be part of the CIA." Fighting the good fight, and then he just, because he's like going bald, and he's probably getting to his, like, he's probably 40, and he's like, God damn, I never had fun in my life, and he gets these two people talking about how they're going to work and with the government and everything, and then realizes that he's dealing with his janitors or something like that. I don't know.
Speaking of LARPing, did you see the repost that a particular law office Twitter account put up this afternoon?
What? What was the? What was the?
They fucking reposted the dog handlers post.
Oh God.
You cannot make this shit up.
Yeah, the problem, like, see, Nikki says, just ignore them. The problem is, how can you ignore them? Because if you ignore these people, people think they're actual legitimate people. Like, they are not legitimate people. These people are wackadoos.
And yes, I'm talking about Julia. They reposted
the fake dog handler.
The dog. What was it? Which I forget.
It's on that Twitter account, or it was earlier.
Yeah. Let me see. I think I got the damn screen.
Well, they're probably all affiliated because she's over there in Pennsylvania. She was there during the Cavalcante case.
Holy shit, you're right.
And she's got a media company.
Holy shit, you're right. Oh my God.
I was going to say, isn't she the one that was wanting to do the movie too?
Yeah.
Holy shit, you're absolutely right.
That's what I'm saying. These people have gotten Seth involved, saying we're gonna promise them a movie deal or some stupid shit, and this is gonna give you the money to start your 501c3 and your stupid farm that you want to start or whatever. And yeah, they're totally taking him for a ride.
Oh my God, was fucking Jay right?
What?
They
Hold on.
purposely
What kind of farm?
an animal rescue farm, like an
Petting farm
animal
or something.
Yeah, an animal rescue farm.
In Sebastian's name or whatever, to help so kids with autism can come and pet the animals or something.
Yeah. 501c3.
Oh
yeah.
Michaela's Motel gonna donate to it.
Yeah.
If you don't stop.
So wait, I'm starting to think Jay was right. They sent fucking Julia the dog handler to get like a foot in. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Oh my
Does
God.
Twitter,
and it
does it
wasn't-
show who you're following? So, like, if Julia has a Twitter, will it show that if she's following that At Night Media or whatever?
Yeah. And then remember, not too long after Julia left the scene, then that one woman came up here trying to say that she was involved with Cajun Navy and Julia and all them, and Julia was working for Cajun Navy or whatever. Remember that woman? She came up trying to say that that Queen Bee was the chosen one or whatever. Remember that conversation?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's all connected.
Oh my God. We're like really stumbling on a conspiracy
In
right
my
now.
opinion, it's all connected.
This is literally a conspiracy. Like, this is literally a conspiracy.
It's just all this stuff is clicking as it comes up. It's all clicking. It's like, wait a minute. Yeah, and I earlier this morning I said something about I wish CP and KP could prove that this might be third party harassment because Betty was affiliated with Nick through JLR. He used to write articles for him before he went to prison. You know, so they're all connected.
Someone
in my
needs to make
opinion.
a fucking chart on this. Like, someone needs to have like the whiteboard.
We need a whiteboard.
We need a whiteboard. Cheesy, we're electing you to fucking with the whiteboard.
I'll go buy one from Walmart.
Because this is getting fucking wild.
Right?
Oh my God. Body is backstage. I'm a fangirl so hard. Who's Bodie?
I'm telling you, if you start connecting the dots.
Body is good.
Yeah.
Body is good.
Queen, someone's backstage. Queen.
She gone.
She gone. You know, sometimes she's dealing with things. Let me just do it.
Yeah. I tried to tell y'all this shit was gonna get crazy as fuck because it's happening in Tennessee. I don't know what the fuck it is about this state, but oh my God, y'all don't do nothing
Riley
regular.
called it. It's something in that Tennessee water.
You there, Queen?
Apparently it's in Pennsylvania water too, because they're all coming from Pennsylvania to Tennessee.
That's a good point. She got a point there.
All right.
Well, I'll tell you what's really crazy. Do you remember that video
Which one?
of that boy playing on the bouncy house?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't remember that video.
Yeah, there was a video of a boy playing on a bouncy house in Pennsylvania. In Philadelphia, if I'm not
Philadelphia,
mistaken, it was
yep.
circulating at one time that everybody was wondering if that's him.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking weird. I think like I think my mind broke when I saw the fucking Hong was like literally doing a review for this law firm, and then like literally he's sitting in the fucking office, and I was just like,
I'm
this.
back. I'm sorry, I had to step out for a sec.
No problem, Queen. Someone's backstage.
Yeah, Granny's watching. You're up here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's me. Can you hear me? Oh shit, I'm
Yep.
sorry.
Body movement. You're up here too.
Hi.
How are you, love?
Good. I follow you, Queen, but I've never been on your panel, but I'm a big fan. I've been following Sebastian, since February. And I've got like a spreadsheet of all the fuckery that's been going on and whatnot. And I noticed you guys, I've been backstage for a minute, so you guys have kind of moved on from another topic.
Oh, that's all right. Go ahead and go back to it. Yeah.
Back it up, Terry. Back it up.
Back it up just a little bit, right?
Yeah, go ahead, back it
Yes.
on up.
Yes, it is me. Yes, thank you. Hi, everybody. Thank you. Yes, I'm the real body movement. Okay, so it's really me. I swear.
Is this you? You up there?
It's really me. I don't want to turn my camera on because I got a really bad sunburn. Okay,
No, yeah,
so yes, I promise it's really me. I promise. Okay, so you guys were talking about the Jennifer Coffindoffer thing. Okay, so she tweeted that she was going to have like a live with Dog the Bounty Hunter and Nick the Hat, right? Well, that Twitter account, that Joseph Lesniak Twitter account, the one that Kodo, you know what's funny is I follow you, babe.
Yeah,
okay,
she said, "Smack me if I faint."
Yeah, she was like, the Joseph Lesniak person was like, I'm sorry, the Joseph Lesniak Twitter account, I'm using air quotes right now, was like, I'll be joining Nick and myself will be on Jennifer Coffindoffer, no mention of dog, right? And Jennifer Coffindoffer tweeted or replied and said, LOL. And then a few minutes later, she said, we have to reschedule this. So here's what I think. And you guys know who I am. This is what I do, right? Like, this is what I do. I think Nick the Hat has everybody fooled. Not us, obviously, right? Not us. Has everybody fooled, right? Not working with dog in any capacity. And he was just going to be like, oh, dog can't make it and just show up with this lawyer person. And Jennifer was like, no fucking way. No fucking way. I booked this because of dog, right? Not because of Nick the fucking Hat. I booked this because of dog and rescheduled. And now she's just doing it with dog. I have not seen any confirmation from Dog the Bounty Hunter that he is working with Nick the Hat. It's all coming from Nick the Hat.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Yeah.
Well, besides,
okay,
dog
lazy wolf.
retweeted.
Oh yeah, dog retweeted. Yeah, but is that even his account? That's also in question, right? There's also the YouTube that was created. I think Cluminati pointed that out.
Yep.
That the YouTube that was created back in 2021 and it was repurposed.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
But I will say, what did we look at? The email?
Yeah, the email does, but I mean, at the same time, you know.
Is that you could just put anything in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've never heard Dog the Bounty Hunter say, "Oh, me and Nick the Hat are putting up money together," and
right.
And
it was 25,000.
Yeah.
Right. It was 25,000 initially from Dog, and then or Nick. I can't remember which one was first. And then, right. Anyway, I wanted to point out that LOL thing because I was literally laughing. I was laughing my ass off at it. I was like, oh my God.
So
somebody just noticed in chat that.
Hold on real quick, 1 second. Okay, so because some people don't know, like in the chat real quick, I'm going to go ahead and break it down for them, okay?
Yeah.
So, you know that don't fuck with cats?
Yes, I know.
Yes.
Don't fuck with cats.
She's waiting for the chat to answer, but we may answer
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Quality is.
So yeah, there's okay.
I am
so
the crazy cat lady. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's a
so,
pleasure to meet you.
You know, I was
Nice to
gonna
meet
say,
you.
So, you know, they solved the basically that murder, like that. Come on, baby, Luca
Magnotta.
There you go. Yeah, and so they solved it with the fucking pictures and shit. She's a big man. Look.
Yes,
this is
I
really
actually.
her. Straight up, yes, this is her. Don't fuck with cats. If you don't know it, go watch it.
Yes, actually, I was in contact with Tony for quite some time. They're putting on the chat. I was, yeah.
Oh,
Well, not quite some time, for like a month, maybe. Not quite
About
some time.
Sebastian? Or about that?
Sebastian. No, about Sebastian.
Okay.
About Sebastian. He I met him on TikTok. Very like the day he just showed up on May 3rd.
Wow.
Yeah. And you know, I thought, okay, you know, because I've been following Sebastian just like everybody else, right? And I was like, yeah, you know, you're working with Seth. You can reach out to me. no problem. You know, I obviously want him found. You know what I mean? So yeah, go ahead and reach out to me. And he was never inappropriate with me. I want everybody to know he was never inappropriate with me. He never made me feel uncomfortable. I questioned some of his tactics, and he would explain, you know, a tactic or whatever, or he would ask for advice, things like that. But it was never an inappropriate thing. But of course, I cut ties as soon as. When was that? When I was like, dude, I'm done with your shit.
What's with the green screen?
No, it was before that. It was before that. Oh, it was when he was the first time they were asking to be cleared. And I was explaining, you know, open cases and open investigations, and it doesn't work that way, and, you know, whatnot. Because I have a contact at the Cold Case Foundation. Cheryl McCollum is a friend of mine. And I think he wanted me to like use those connections, which I wasn't comfortable with. So I was like, no, I'm not going to. He didn't ask me. I want to be clear. He did not ask me, but
you're not comfortable.
Right. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with that.
No, and you know, with even like with you were talking Coffindoffer, I think you're right. I think she was like, oh, hell to the no. No.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I'm not gonna be
I really
here.
do.
I'm not doing this. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah,
I think he was going to pull a fast one, like just show up, right, without Dog and be like, Dog couldn't make it, so I brought, you know, this guy, whoever, you know, whoever is posing as his lawyer. I have no idea. I do know. I sent a video this morning to Barbecue Lady about that Twitter account because it was very sus, but it's a verified business account on Twitter, the fake Twitter account. Let's just call it that for now. The fake Twitter account. It is a verified business account on Twitter. The phone number is the same phone number that her paperwork has. So I told her this morning, call them. You have every right to call them and let them know you're in receipt of the C&D and everything else. So I guess that she said that her lawyer was going to do that.
Well, nowadays you can get a verified Twitter account just by paying for one. So
You can get a blue check mark, but the yellow ones are a little bit harder to get. The yellow ones are a little bit harder to get. They're the verified business accounts, basically. And I think it was even, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. Can't you buy, or not buy, but is it $1,000? That's what I was just going to ask. Yeah. Is it $1,000 for the verified?
And then somebody else said, can you buy a check mark for like verified $8? I don't know.
Yeah, but those are the blue check marks. Like that's what like Dog and Nick have. The yellow ones are business. Right?
You think Dog the Bounty Hunter would have the yellow one?
He doesn't. He has the blue one.
Well, he does owe like $1.5 million to the fucking IRS. So
yeah, he owes. Yeah, he's got quite a bit of legal challenges. Dog the Bounty Hunter. And you know, we kept hearing that he was like in Clarksville, and I kept asking for like, okay, listen, if this big dude, Dog the Bounty Hunter, with this blonde bouffant and like feathers in his hair and armbands and a fucking vest and shit is walking around Clarksville, Tennessee, you think there's not a fucking picture somewhere of him?
That's what I said, girl. I was like, because I'm trying to tell you, this is a little small town, and that is a celebrity. You know what I mean? Where's the photo?
Have you heard they're now saying that Miley Cyrus is also involved in all of this?
No, I haven't heard that. I have not heard that.
You are lying right now.
Next thing
Nope,
you know, Trump
girl, I
is
am
going to
not.
be here looking.
They already said they got Trump's lawyer.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, yes.
They
Okay,
also-
so they do. The guy who, if you look at the tweet from the quote unquote fake Twitter account of the press release announcing that they're, you know, involved in the case now and they're going to use true serum, that tweet at the bottom, it has that Trump lawyer's name. Bobby Carson or something like that. What's his name, Velma? Are you here? It has his name, that so-and-so Carson Esquire helped create this press release, and that was Trump's former lawyer, one of Trump's former lawyers.
Well, they also have the witness from JFK's trial, so they know some
Right.
people.
Ben Carson.
Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah, no, not Ben Carson. It was like
Jimmy Hoffa.
Bruce Castor. Thank you, Velma. Bruce Castor. No, I'm not on anybody's. I'm not on anybody's side. I don't think Seth. I'm just answering. I don't think Seth had anything to do with Sebastian's disappearance. I don't think the Proudfoots did either. From the beginning, I thought that Sebastian might have run away or met someone online or met somebody at school and snuck out of the house. He's a 15-year-old boy. You know,
Yeah.
that's what. But so I don't think that at all. But I definitely think there's a lot of fuckery going on. And a lot of it is coming from that side of the fence.
So that Bruce Castor, he's the formal attorney general that would not prosecute Bill Cosby.
That's him? Okay.
That's him. And that's where I was saying they all do have this connection.
Right.
So what do you think's going on? Do you think
I think
like if you received this? Yeah.
I think Seth is in a desperate situation, in that he's willing to take help from shady characters who will work in the gray areas of the law, which I completely understand, and I would probably do the same thing. But I think what he might have done is given Sebastian's rights and his own life rights to At Night Media to get help. I do know that I would not be trusting my son's investigation with somebody who falsified documents against the government. I know that.
That's what I was worried about. And I think Katie should be able to fight that, I would think.
You know what? That's a really good point. I never thought of that. Katie and Chris could probably get some sort of injunction to prevent that. But, you know, with all the animosity that's going on between the two parents, mainly from Seth, right? It's just not a good look, right? I mean, this guy, who knows what kind of evidence he could plant, right? To implicate the Proudfoots. Right. I would be terrified if I were them. I would be terrified. I remember when Bullhorn Betty went down there and she was confronting the Bower Soxes and whatnot. And on TikTok, there was a girl Chase was live, and she was like, I can't believe Bower Soxes were following her. And I was like, listen, if I had somebody in my town that was searching for my grandson and they were accusing me publicly of doing something, I would absolutely be following them around. Absolutely. Right. I would be following them around to make sure they're not planting evidence of any kind. Like, that's like, get with it. Come on.
Well,
but yeah, I don't know.
Out that Betty was actually following them. They were stopping like they always do at the Costco.
Sam's
so I
Club.
don't think Betty was really following.
Yeah. So I
apologize.
I have day 3 or something. I was talking about the gaming systems. Somebody just asked about the gaming systems. And the gaming systems, I'm sure they have it, but I'm more interested in the routers from the neighbors. If they have a guest Wi-Fi or an open Wi-Fi. In fact, Terry Lynn told me that in the neighborhood where the Proudfoots live, there were several open Wi-Fis. I would be more interested in looking at those routers and see what devices were accessing my routers that don't belong to my family.
They had open routers? I did not know.
Yes. That. Well, that's what she told me. I don't know if that's true. That's what she told me.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Terry Lynn.
Right. But that does remind me of that weird video that popped up underneath the YouTube account Sebastian Rogers, and it shows somebody logging in to a router, and then that weird video came after.
I heard about that, but I never saw it.
It's still
out there.
Is it still out there? I'll have to go for it. Okay.
I can write the name of the channel in the back.
What someone wanted to ask you, this is to you, Bodie. Do you say your name again? I'm sorry.
Body. Like your body is hot. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Body.
Thank you. I'm bad with names. That's why.
Everything but her face.
Can you ask her what does she think of Seth's motives hotspot?
What do I think of Seth's motives? What?
Hotspot. I don't know why they said.
Oh, a hotspot? Yeah, hotspots are definitely something that need to be looked at. I mean, they're mainly virtual hotspots, right? So if the TBI and Sumner County Sheriff's Department confiscated all their electronic devices, they would be able to identify like a switch, for instance. Like Sebastian had that Nintendo Switch, and I have a Switch and I love that damn thing. And you can absolutely chat with people on that. And I play Minecraft a lot, and Sebastian also played Minecraft. And you can absolutely chat
Diablo.
Diablo, right? Well, didn't Seth play Diablo 2 quite a bit?
Yeah, he said he had a
Yeah.
computer that's like 15 years old with Diablo 2 he played on it or something like that.
Yeah, but those games don't really, they still run pretty well on those machines.
And Seth also gave conflicting stories.
I
He first
know.
came out and said Sebastian only played like Batman and Spider-Man
Yep.
with your one
He
person
said
only games.
he said one person games, right? And then he
Right.
said on my account though, he what did he say? But yeah, no, I remember that. He said it was very conflicting. And here's the thing, like even the Proudfoots, they were like, you know, Seth or Sebastian doesn't have access to the internet, and I'm like rolling my eyes. I'm like, he's 15 Yes, he does.
Right.
He absolutely
Well,
does.
Then
Well-
she said she saw him Googling, but what I think they meant is he doesn't have unsupervised access. It was very limited.
Right. Right.
Okay, so the question
But
was
he's
what?
15.
Yeah.
But if he has an open Wi-Fi next door, he absolutely is on the internet. 100%.
There is something around here called Xfinity hotspots.
Yes.
And they're like open Wi-Fi. And also with Xfinity, you can turn the option on. It's called like neighbor help. And what you can do is allow your Wi-Fi to be used by people like that are like driving down the road or in your area, right? So they never don't have cell service or something like that. I don't know.
But yeah, I would definitely be checking the routers of my close neighbors at Seth's and Katie's for sure. I mean, that's something that I'm sure they did.
Someone said, I think the question was a little bit, what about Seth's motives? I think was the actual question. What's your opinions on that? Seth's
motives for what?
I don't
For
know.
what?
That's the question. I mean, my guess is like motives for hanging out with Tony Mathis, but I think you answered that earlier.
You know, I think the Tony thing happened because he was representing Caleb, right? And the way it was explained to me by Tony, and I don't know if this is true, but the way it was explained to me was that Caleb Harris's father was in communication with Seth, and they were like praying because they both had missing kids, right? They both had missing
Tony
sons.
connected them both.
Right. And well, no, according to Tony, Caleb's dad, I can't remember his name. I'm sorry, Mr. Harris,
Randy.
introduced Tony to Seth.
Really? When did he say that? Because Pascal introduced Tony to Seth.
And I've heard Pascal has too, and that's why I'm kind of like, what? Maybe I misunderstood the what Tony was saying, but the way I understood it was that Caleb Harris's dad introduced Tony to Seth. And I think that's why Seth, quote unquote, hired him, was because he was already representing a person that he had a relationship with. Yeah, from Tony on TikTok. Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Like, I know that there's some TikTok people over here. Isn't that what we were told? And then I heard, well, no, Pascal introduced them. And I was like, what? That's not what I understood. That's not what I understood. And again, maybe we have it wrong over there.
Yeah, I heard it both ways, and Pascal said no. But I heard that Pascal did, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But irregardless of whether or not whoever introduced him, I think his motive for hooking up with Tony was that he was already representing a missing child, and I'm using that term loosely, a missing kid. Caleb Harris was not a kid, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, why not go ahead and use this guy? And they formed some relationship. And here we are. And I do know, here's the thing. Once Tony sent out that video of Caleb's body, which I also have, it's disgusting.
Wait. You believe Tony was the one that sent it out?
He was.
I know it was.
We know it is, yeah.
I know it was. I have it.
Wow.
So it
Seth,
wasn't just from Reddit. It wasn't just from Reddit, and he just grabbed it from Reddit, and he just started sending it out. He was the one that sent it out.
I don't know where he got it. I don't know where he got it, but I know he sent it out.
He's the reason it was on Reddit.
I have a video from somebody who received it of them, showing the video, and then clicking the name in the message, opening up the contact, and it's Tony's phone number. I have it.
Yeah, it's not hard to believe, to be honest.
And once that happened, I mean, I would imagine Seth would have tried to cut ties with him. So then I'm like, okay, what does Tony have on him? Like, but then I also kind of go, well, Seth is probably just desperate. Like he wants help in finding his son. And as we've all witnessed, Tony is relentless in his pursuit of whatever Seth wants. And that's one thing to keep in mind too. Tony always said to me, I'm doing what Seth wants.
Yep.
When I would be like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Why are you, talking shit on the Sumner County Sheriff's Office? That's not going to help you. It makes, I remember what it was. When I cut ties, they were shit talking the Sumner County Sheriff's Office and saying that Sumner County sheriffs won't talk to Seth. And I was like, Tony, you have to stop that, because that implicates Seth. That makes him look really bad. Right. And he was like, I'm doing what Seth wants me to do. And he just kept repeating that. I'm doing what Seth wants me to. I'm doing what Seth wants me to. And that's what Seth wants. Seth wants yes men, that are going to do whatever he wants because it's the Seth show, right? It's his son. And you always hear him say, my son, my son, my son, right? Yep. It's never Sebastian. It's my son. It's the Seth show. So Tony is willing to do what Seth wants him to do. And I think that's why he continues the relationship, irregardless of him sending out pictures of one of his quote unquote clients' dead son in a fucking storm drain.
I mean, why did he sent that unsolicited to you? He just said, here you
No,
go.
he did not send it to me. He sent it to somebody else. And somebody else that person told me about it. And I was like, I don't believe you. So that person screen recorded their phone and opened the text message, played the video, went back to the text message, opened up the contact that sent it to him. And it's the same phone number that I have for Tony.
Jesus Christ. Like, that's fucked up. Man, that's so fucked up.
I'm surprised you
I am, first of all, hold on real quick. I am not a TikTok girl. Let's get straight.
You're not TikTok. No.
No, I'm just answering. I'm talking in the comments. There's a lot of this TikTok girl. I'm definitely not a quote unquote TikTok girl.
She was in the Netflix movie Don't Fuck with Cats.
Please backstage.
I have a TikTok account, but I also have a YouTube channel.
Oh, by the way,
I don't know why people do that. Oh, a fucking TikTok. It's so weird. You guys are weird.
And try to dismiss whatever you say.
Right. Right.
So Tony's not a spokesman. He's a puppet. And that was shown when, the whole situation with Trevor Lee took place. In those messages right there, Tony says, I do whatever the boss tells me. And then Seth responds, Tony's time is my time. He works for me. So people are always trying to soften, like, oh, well, Tony's, he's a vulture and he's making Seth do these things. It is opposite. Like, Seth is making Tony do things. Now, great, I'm not saying either. I mean, obviously Seth is more, he's not thinking clearly, which is why he should have a legitimate spokesperson, because that's why we're where we're at.
I agree.
He didn't have the proper guidance.
You are absolutely spot on. I think you're spot on. I think that he's desperate and he's willing to work with people who are willing to move in the gray areas, right? And sometimes that's important to have on your side, but I feel like this is moving more into the darker areas of the law, and not so much the gray, right? Don't you think?
This truth serum.
Listen, my backup account is True Serum because I just had to. I fucking had to, and I just talk shit on it all day.
That's what I said a while ago, that they wanted to get. That's why they kept surrounding themselves I'm using quotation marks, felons, because they thought that they would do nasty things because they're people that don't follow the law in their opinion. That's not my opinion now.
I was
But
gonna say, girlfriend. But it,
Well, I just
it
want
does.
to. I just want to say this. You know, Tony can be professional and he can be above board. I'm just using that line because he said that when he did something. But I just like to say that a lot.
Well, it
You'll
does
get the
bring in
joke later on.
question.
But here's the thing though, like I do try to extend some grace. Like if I were Seth, I think I would probably willing to team up with anybody who was willing to do what I thought was necessary to find my son. And I feel like Tony is willing to do that.
Yeah, but
I'm just trying to be like as fair as possible.
Well, he did have good people with credentials that were willing
He
to
did,
help
like
him the
Heather
right
and
way.
Chloe, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
So it makes
But they
me
weren't
wonder.
willing to go against. They
Right.
weren't willing to go against Katie and Chris, though.
Well, quite frankly, they weren't willing to work with the people that Seth wanted to bring in. It's not even that they weren't willing to go against Katie and Chris, because they did. They absolutely went against them in the very, when they first were working with Seth. It's because they didn't want to work with Tony. Right. And it also makes me wonder, is Seth used to the gray areas? You know what I mean? Because you don't just become like that. Like Randy Harris didn't do ridiculous things to find Caleb. He actually walked away because of them.
Right.
But I'm saying, I know Chloe was against Katie and Chris at first. What I'm saying is when Chloe brought up she posted on Twitter saying that she believes that he walked out or walked away or whatever, that he was just a missing kid, that nothing nefarious was going on. I don't know her exact words, but that's when they got rid of her.
Well, she actually walked away when they tried bringing Nina Glass in.
Nina Glass, right.
So, I mean, like someone says, so who's paying Tony and why would you need friends with someone like that? I think personally, I think you stated that earlier. You think that Seth has wrote off his film rights to that.
I do.
Is there a lot of money into that? I mean, I don't know how much money you'd make from this type of let's say Netflix picked this up. I don't know how much money that would make. Really.
Well, Gypsy Rose said she made about $20,000 for one appearance, and then for the TV show, I think she said it was $50,000. And so yeah, there could be a pretty penny.
I mean, if it's a documentary, they're not going to make any money. But I don't think it would be. I don't think it would be a documentary. I think it would be more like of an action type film. With some guy dressed as dog with the leather armbands, jumping over a wall and shit.
I can already picture the music, the sudden reveal with the lawyer coming into the interview and these two guys coming, the case was getting cold. And then they have the heroic music coming in with Nick and Hong and his lawyers. Right. I can imagine the part 1, part 2 type of thing in my head right now, actually.
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty accurate. What do I think of the date? Okay, so I made a lot of videos about the date, actually, Emerald. The date has always been very perplexing to me, and one of the reasons I kind of think he walked out of the house on his own. He wasn't last seen. I did a YouTube actually of all the Amber Alerts in Tennessee, and none of them are like Sebastian's. None of them. They're all very specific. This person was last seen at their residence by their mother. This person was last seen in this car by their cousin. This person was last seen at church on Sunday. Sebastian's is in the area of Stafford Court on the 26th. And it's always bugged me. It's always bugged me, Emerald.
Which makes me wonder if they don't have a video of him somewhere.
Right. I agree, Clue, and that's kind of what I thought.
If you remember, Chris actually kind of alleged as much. He didn't directly say it, but when people kept saying, how do you know he went out the front door? I forget what Chris's response was, but to me it was oh, you have footage. And I said that with Riley Strain. I said, I guarantee they're thinking this because they have footage we're unaware of. And then sure enough, they came out with that police body cam footage. I do think that there's footage that we're not aware of. And I don't think we were meant to be aware of the flashlight footage either.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, the flashlight footage, which, the garbage truck footage is whatever you want to call it, I don't know, but
Mhm.
if it's truly a garbage truck, as we've heard from Seth, the Proudfoots, and everyone else, it's a garbage truck, it's a garbage truck, it's a garbage truck. Then why haven't we seen the video released? Like, release the video then. The
Right.
sheriff's department has said it's of no evidentiary value, right? That was their
Yeah.
exact words. No evidentiary. Okay, then release it. Let us see it.
They also wouldn't comment when asked if it was a trash truck, right?
Right, they wouldn't. You're absolutely right. And so to me, that makes it even more suspicious, right? Like, if you won't release it, that means it might be of evidentiary value at some point, right?
Well, they might be
So
saying it's not to throw off whatever they believe they have in that as
absolutely.
well. That's the
Absolutely.
problem when nosy, neighbors come about and they start spouting all these things like, oh, there was a car here, and you could be given the tips that aren't meant to be out yet. It's
Yeah.
very dangerous to do.
Oh yeah.
And as far as Tony with the pay, I'll be honest, I don't think it has anything to do with the television show or anything like that. I think for Tony, he's always wanted his foot in this door to feel of importance. And he uses these, because we've seen him reach out to other families. And I think, and we've seen him fanboying over the news outlets at the Idaho 4 and his drone footage. I think for him, it's just to feel important. Like, oh, look, I'm really good. He kept telling Stephen Crabtree, I talk to Jennifer Coffendorfer all the time. Like
Right.
he just wants to feel, I think for him, that's his payout.
Well, and I think it's been said before that, that's why he wants to create this nonprofit to help families of missing children. And I think that's his end goal with all of this.
Me too. 501c3.
So, Body, Kodo has another question. She says, what 15-year-old walks out at 3 a.m. to go sit by himself, ? He walked out after midnight to meet someone, IMO, and they have some kind of sighting on the 26th they aren't releasing, she says. I guess the question was earlier, what type of 15-year-old walks out at 3 a.m. to go sit by himself? And then the other information. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, we don't know if he walked out to sit. I kind of think he walked out to meet someone. Whether it was somebody at school that he made friends with. Like, didn't we hear, you guys, that Sebastian for Christmas wanted friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was by himself for 12 hours a day. He was very much
Right.
by. He didn't have
He
any
wanted
friends.
And what if he met
12
one?
hours that was only on the weekends he went with Seth. So it wasn't really
Yeah.
12 hours a day.
No,
But
not
what if he
like-
met one? What if he met a friend?
Well, I
What
mean,
if he met one?
what if he met someone that pretended to be a girl, like a
Mhm.
16, like a 15-year-old girl that looked like his favorite actress, and then suddenly, tricked him.
Yeah, right.
It happens. You
So-
could get the AI. You could get, like, for instance, let's say you use AI. You can easily get like AI tracking program to make yourself look like someone, or you could just pretend, typing in, "Oh, I'm a 16-year-old blonde."
Right.
Which is why that flashlight video, if you look at it, people keep claiming, oh, you see the one light go back to the Proudfoots, right? I said it could have been Sebastian going out to meet somebody, walking halfway there, he realized, oh no, and he went to go back and both flashlights go out because whoever followed him dropped it and ran after him. That's what,
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be the Proudfoots going back to the home.
It could have been like, oh my God, I'm going to meet this. You know how like a young man kind of doesn't think, they're like, oh, this girl wants to meet me. And then they sneak out.
He just
Or
wanted a
boy.
friend.
Well, wasn't he into that, female singer?
Oh, Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. He was into a Taylor Swift type of girl. What if he thought he was meeting someone was like Taylor Swift, goes out there, goes barefoot so he doesn't make sound with the shoes, doesn't retrieve his shoes, uses a secret way, goes out, and suddenly meets someone out there, and then it's not who he thinks it is.
And he doesn't put his shoes on because he doesn't want to make noise while he's sneaking out, like something like that. Like, like they've got hardwood floors. I'm sure we've all looked at, the house and the layout and whatnot. They've got hardwood floors. He doesn't want to make noise or creak or whatever. And he's like, I'm going to come right back. I don't need my phone. I'm going to come right back. Plus, I don't want mom checking my location. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to sneak out for 20 minutes or so and come right back.
Yeah.
It could also be a situation where the date on that video is right, and maybe it was Sebastian sneaking out another night.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, could be.
Someone says he
And
doesn't like to go out barefoot, but you know what? Sometimes men do things they don't like to do if they're going to meet a pretty girl.
well,
Right.
and
If we
it said SF said that he's got a lot of pictures with stars that they would take him to meet. So it would be believable to him maybe that somebody said, "Hey, I'm Taylor Swift," or some other person.
Or I'm her
because
cousin.
He's met
Because
them.
she's from there.
Yeah.
Isn't Taylor
Or,
Swift from there? I'm her cousin, or
Yeah.
And listen, I'm autistic, and I'm naive as fuck. Like I am, and that runs through us, right? He could have believed it. He could have believed that this was a girl who, and we're all speculating here. This is just speculation. Maybe was somehow in contact with T Swift. At his age, I would have believed that 100%. Absolutely.
Sure, because in my experience with autistic kids is they don't believe people are liars.
Right.
Because
It's
that's
hard for
against
us
the
to
rules.
it's hard for us to lie. It's hard for us to lie. So we
Yeah.
just kind of trust everybody.
Well,
And depending on where in the spectrum you are, we're all
And
different.
if you
But
take away the autism, put in the want for friends, right? Like
Right.
maybe he was gaming with somebody, he speaks on. Yeah, there's so many possibilities.
so many possibilities. I totally agree. But I don't think any of those possibilities right now are Chris and Katie Proudfoot or Seth Rogers, personally. And
Yeah.
and I'm not one to accuse people of something without proof, right? I'm just not. And so until I see something that's like crazy proof, I'm probably gonna continue on that way.
Yeah, I mean,
always
there's
just thought maybe he overheard them on the phone and he remembered he's getting set to go live with his dad. He didn't want to. Maybe he was upset hearing something, and he ran, not thinking he was doing it. He was going to calm down in a few minutes, of course, but maybe into the woods or something. Something happened. But I definitely don't think either parents are involved.
Yeah, and that's the tragic thing. Is it's more realistic, the scenario we put together, or a lot of people put together, with that scenario where he was lured, or situation. Then like a lot of these people, like, oh my God, it's Katie. She was the last in the house. She murdered him, and then took him to the car and drove him and disposed of the remains, and was on the phone for 3 hours with Mr. Chris about how to dispose of the body. And they have military background, so they know about it. I'm like sitting there like, what? Where did all this come from? It's just
Sure.
shit that you guys made up.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, so bad. It's like there's no
And
evidence pointing to that.
Right. And we know from following true crime cases for the past decade or more that, like with John Bonet, the crime scene was contaminated because dad found her. And, since then, law enforcement has made a pretty good effort to keep parents from searching for their children in these cases. And it's for a reason. If you stumble across your child's body, your first instinct is going to be to run to it, to touch it, to hug it, to look at his clothes, to, they're going to contaminate things. And so it wasn't unusual to me that they weren't searching,
Yes, the
at
worst
all.
thing. Yeah, in my opinion, like when a parent is doing that, I mean, you could find the remains of your child, and that would be your first instinct, and you would contaminate the whole crime scene, and that's just not a good idea.
Yeah,
Right, which is why we've been saying this whole time, and I know you have as well, Chloe, is that the Proudfoots are doing what Ellie wants them to do. And I keep reminding people, because we are social media people, right? And we're all deeply involved in this via social media. This is their real life. And just because they're not out here showing everything they're doing doesn't mean they're not doing it.
Right, because we don't know what I don't talk to the Proudfoots or Seth. I don't talk to anybody, and that's for a reason. But I'm just not going to judge how each person kind of reacts. Except I will admit I am kind of a little bit judgy about Seth, only because he's so public, and I don't. He's all I've got to judge, right? Like, because he's so public with what he does,
and what he does is judge worthy.
Yeah, it's kind of odd, right? But I might think he's an odd character, but that doesn't mean I think he did something, right?
What do you think of Uncle Taco?
You know what? I haven't really dug into him yet. I took a little break. I had a new show come out, and anyway, it was kind of a big deal, and I took like a 6-week break from like cases and stuff. So, and that's when all the Uncle Taco shit happened. And you know, Tim, how hard it is to go back in time and get caught up on shit, right?
Yeah,
So
I know.
I haven't had a chance to do that yet. But I understand that he's like Seth's friend or something, and he lives in Oklahoma, and he's like kind of a weird guy. But that's all I really know. That's all I
I
really
just
know.
think he's an odd character. I don't think he has any more relevancy than, you know, another one that was willing to push Seth's narrative and seek his 5 minutes off of it.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's anything there. I keep saying too, as hard as I am on Seth, it's not like I'm saying, oh, he did it. I'm judging off his actions of how he's behaving currently. Even with
Right.
like these current cease and desist. Does he really think this is going to make him look good? What happened the last round? Everybody tore that apart. Like you can't strong arm your way, or I don't know. It's just aggravating because on one hand, you know, I'll never forget because it stood out to me when Chris said the internet can say whatever they want about me so long as it's keeping Sebastian's name out there. And to me, I always compare that to that Bible story of, you know, it's my child, it's my child. Well, let's cut the child in half. And the one says, no. Like to me, that speaks volumes because he's basically saying, put me down all you want. But Steph's doing the opposite. I mean, he even told us Tony
That's
wakes
like,
him
cut
up.
the child.
Right.
I want my
Because, well,
half.
you know, I'll never forget when Steph's like, Tony's like, he's having a hard time falling asleep. And Steph's like, yeah. And I start to fall asleep. And then my phone rings and it's Tony telling me so-and-so saying this on the internet. Why does he care so much about public perception? Why does that matter in the grand scheme of things? And I think it's because of his ego and it's nothing to do with Sebastian. And that's what's sad. And that's why he's lost in all this because his father made it that way for me. My perspective.
Yeah. And I also think a lot of this has to do, like with what's happening right now, I think a lot of it has to do with Bullhorn Betty.
my God.
I
take it you're not a fan. You're not a fan.
I'm not. She and it comes from her saying that she's a sleuth and whatnot. It gives people like me a really bad name.
Well, I just gotta say this. I'm gonna talk for me, myself. My own opinion does not reflect on Queen or anyone else on this panel. I'm sorry, but this was a shit show long before Tony got involved. Do people not remember him coming out talking about the essay?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Sorry, I can't even put that on Tony. I'm not gonna do that.
I talked about that last night. That was the first fuckery I have logged in my spreadsheet, honestly.
Yeah.
Because that was so against, I mean, poor Sebastian, you guys, like, I just can't imagine. Like, this poor fucking kid, dude. His private personal business, a trauma-related event is out there for everyone to see because his father is trying to make his ex-wife look bad.
Yeah.
Right.
I just that level of fuckery is just out of control. And that poor fucking kid, dude. That made me even dig my heels in deeper. Like,
well, here's the question: is it fuckery or is it revenge? Is he that revengeful that he'll even, you know what I mean? He'll trample over Sebastian to seek that revenge.
It is
That's
revenge.
a good point. That's a good point.
I believe it is.
Just like the did you hear about him bragging about what he did to the ex-roommate's pizza like years after?
Yeah, I did.
You know, I mean, we're talking about a very spiteful man who will get up there and scream, "This is my son, boy. You know, sit down. You know, I named him." He's possessive and he's revengeful, and that is
My
not a good
son.
mix.
My
So
son.
let me, Granny, when you were, oh, sorry, go ahead, Body.
No, I'm done.
No,
I'm
it
done.
was me. I was just gonna say I've always thought that it was either him walking away or somebody met him. But then all this bullshit that Seth keeps doing makes me side eye him. And I gotta reel myself back in, you know, but you know, sometimes it really makes me think otherwise and then I gotta reel myself back into the theory that it was probably just him walking away or he met somebody, you know, but yeah, all this fuckery that Seth does, I don't know.
There's literally times where I'm like, no, I don't think he's involved. That I will try my hardest to like put my mind in that mindset, and then something will happen and it just snaps me right back. The other day, Granny, you and Jay had a show, right? And I came up on the panel, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Jay's comments, and this like literally fiance pointed it out, and when he showed it to me, like it strikes you and just runs all through you. Somebody wrote, Seth is making Sebastian endure so they get their happy. Do you guys remember that interview where he said, I said this to Sebastian before, and something like I would say it to him again when I see him, or something like that, right? Am I right on that? And he said, I told him sometimes you have to endure hard times, bad times, or something to get what you want.
Yep.
What that person was saying was, right now, Seth is possibly making Sebastian endure tough, hard times until he can win Katie back.
There's always that possibility.
The nuclear family.
He
It
said
was
it himself.
lucid.
And I think
Lucid
that's
something.
why. Well, and you know what, Clue, to bounce off that for a minute, if you guys don't mind, that reminds me, you got Tony came out here and said, I'm going to get Katie and Seth to work together. Now you got Nick out here telling Chris to take a seat, that he's a weirdo and he's a side piece. So why is Seth so adamant, you know, and, oh, let's get Katie and Seth in a room together? Because that's what Seth is telling them. He's telling them the answer lies in Katie. Get me to Katie. And we all saw the way he was giddy as a schoolboy after he got to see Katie that day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he couldn't contain himself to the point where everybody's like, why is he so giddy? And he's all, you know, you're just not asking the right questions.
I remember that. Yeah.
Right.
Very, very, I mean, he reminds me of every narcissistic, I'm going to say every, like I dated dozens. There was one guy though that was like that. Like he would just, you know, I'm going to return a movie when renting from those little red box things, and he'd be there. And it's like any way they can run into you type of thing. And I just get that vibe. But that's why I don't like Seth, because he reminds me of just can't move on. He hasn't dated since Katie. There's so many things. Ugh.
And that's why some things he does makes me side eye him, you know, like things like that, you know. But
I didn't know he says sometimes we have to endure things. I didn't realize he said that.
Yeah, it was, I forget. Someone said it was maybe a Rascal interview. Pascal. Sorry.
Pascal, not Rascal, but you're pretty close.
That's just what I call
I like
him,
how that
so.
went over beats him. He's so innocent.
Queen, are you here?
All right. I don't know.
And why would Seth's intent be to right away paint such a negative picture of Katie and Chris, when in the beginning we were told how they all co-parented so greatly, and even Seth called Chris dad to Sebastian, and it's like we blinked and that was all out the window.
It was immediate too, because let me tell you something. The first time we met him, it was 2 weeks after he went missing, right? And there were people there who were talking on how controlling Chris was. Katie couldn't do anything or go anywhere without him. She couldn't even talk on the phone, And let me tell you, the people that were spouting that, I thought they knew Seth. I thought they knew him, like they were friends of his. But they were not. They had literally just met him after his son went missing.
Yeah. And we found out later that was him that was that controlling, actually.
Right. And so many people said it's weird that Chris speaks for Katie, especially when it comes to like the handle in between all three of them, but it's not. If you've ever experienced anything like it, it's very normal to be like, oh, you know.
Well, and to me, it never made me weird about Chris answering for Katie for the whole Sebastian thing. Because like I've said before, when I lost my mother, my husband stepped up and did what he needed to do to help me. He made phone calls. He helped me because I was in a bad state. When his parents passed away, I stepped up. I did everything for him. I spoke for him. I did, you know, I made the calls. I planned everything. You know, that's what a spouse does when your other spouse gets into a situation that they can't control and they're upset. You know, to me that didn't seem weird to me. You know.
Well, we got Seth supporting this behavior, right? We got him supporting Betty. We got him supporting Nick. And he said one time, he said, she's not my wife. I don't know her any protection.
Yeah.
Oh, Queen, are you there, by the way, Queen?
It's a very bizarre statement to make.
Yeah,
I
it is.
appreciate you coming up here.
By the way, do you have like a contact body? I think so. I think
Yeah.
like an email or something like that.
Yeah.
Or
Anybody can contact me at hello@bodymovin.com. BAUDIMOOVAN.com.
Yeah,
Hello@bodymovin.com.
yeah, because I'm pretty sure like Kodo wanted to probably, the person Chronicles of Oblivious. You know that person,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I know
Yeah, she
Olivia.
probably wants to just email you about something.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
No, it's a different
It's
one.
so
It's not
funny, B
Olivia.
Tim. It's every time because I listen to Queen every day.
Oh,
And
really?
I do. Yeah, I do. I mainly stay quiet. I really because but I listen to Queen every day, and it's so funny. I was just driving to San Diego. I live in Vegas, and I was driving to San Diego last week, and I was listening, and I'm driving, and I'm listening to Queen, and I'm like, man, B Tim and I are like spirit animals. Like, you are my spirit animal. Every time you talk, I'm like, yep. I agree. It's so funny to be up here with you now.
It is funny. It's funny. A lot of people say I talk too much. That's my problem.
I think you're great.
Thank
Just
you. Thank you.
sometimes. You'd be better if you wore Crocs, but you know.
No, I'm not wearing Crocs.
Right.
I'm going to burn them, actually. If I ever see a pair of Crocs shipped to me, I'm setting them on fire.
If you quit trying to kick me and my SpongeBob Crocs off the panel all the time.
Crocs are
Oh,
awesome.
thank you, Rowena. Thank you, Rowena.
Crocs are terrible.
Have you ever had any?
I awkwardly interrupted that. He's not going to admit that he really does love Crocs, and
I
I'm
love
sorry that
Crocs.
he feels
I wore some this
ashamed.
weekend. They're comfortable as shit.
They really
Hell
are.
yeah.
Heaven sent.
My fat ass, fuck yeah. I can't even bend over to put shoes on. I slip the Crocs on. I'm good to go.
Just slip them right on.
Yeah, I'm
You can wear
good.
them anywhere too.
I put them in
And you
sport
can wear
mode. I'm
anything.
good.
Hell
Listen,
yeah,
I
I'm
only
ready to
have-
run.
I'm kidding.
People laugh, I'm just saying, people laughed at me with my moccasins for my house. Now you got the
Oh,
Crocs.
I have
think
house shoes. I got house shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
mine are
house
Crocs.
How was
We
the
have Crocs
dog
or
book?
house shoes.
How
But,
was the dog? How was the dog book, Air Force? It was terrible. It was a horribly written, disconjointed book. I was debating on whether I should like live stream burning the book or something, just like putting some gasoline and burning that book because it was an absolute waste of $20. I would have been better off.
Well,
lighting
apparently, Dog's going to be in Tennessee this coming week, and there's going to be a press conference, according to Nick.
Oh,
Well, he's afraid to go to Tennessee.
I know.
because-
Like what?
He's afraid of barbecue. He's
See, I
dude.
feel like I'll be honest. I feel like what they're doing is they're doing a classic troll. They're baiting people to get you on the edge of the seat. Nick just did that whole antics with "I'm muzzled," and he was never muzzled. He
was
implied
never
a kind of
muzzled.
conflict. Right. He was never muzzled. It was all a way because if you looked, his views went down. You know why? Because we all stopped paying him attention. And then
Right.
because of that, we all got to talking again because it was but it's a classic troll. And again, I've utmost respect for JLR, but he's JLR's miniature project, if you will.
So your content, yc.news was that your content website that used to be, that now redirects to that one world of whatever. And if you go to archive.org and you look at archives of that website, you can find that JLR was the deputy editor of your content news or your content.news. I made a video about that on TikTok.
That's interesting. And
The relationship is clear as day, and don't think it didn't cross my mind that they were working together to get these rights. And JLR being silent about this right now is interesting to me.
I agree. And the other thing, the content, whatever, that changed. They changed that name after Nick was arrested. Then it was At Night Media Corporation or something, and then it changed again now recently. So it's an umbrella company. It's a facade, is what it is. And it's just a shame because unfortunately there are a lot of people, including Seth, that believe these guys are going to give the answers.
No, yeah, I also kind of feel bad for barbecue later because I feel like a frivolous lawsuit's coming down the pipeline just to waste people's money, and I feel bad for anyone who has to go through that BS.
Right, for sure.
I
feel like it's important to fight it though. I do, and that's unfortunate, right? Because it's going to cost some money.
Well,
and time. And time.
And it's not going to be just barbecue. I think it's going to be all of us, to be honest. I think, I don't know why she was first on the bus. Maybe it's because Tony. But I
It's
do think
Tony.
they're coming for all of us. And I think we all need to stick together if that's the case. And again, Daily Mail, the same people, you play their games. You get them exactly how they get others.
Mm-hmm.
I go to everybody that would listen to me. I'm being threatened by Dog the Bounty Hunter. That's a hell of a story.
Right. It's content, right?
Right.
It's another grift, let's say.
Exactly.
And we know JLR is famous for suing people. I mean, that's you know.
That's actually an interesting new segue to that. So I want to ask you a question. They says, can you ask her who she thinks Nick was referring to today that they sued and silenced previously? And this is from Beautiful
I didn't see that actually.
I didn't see that either.
Was that on Twitter?
That's what they said today. I don't know where they got it.
It was here on YouTube. And what they also said is, have you all noticed there's one man who's been silent since we came on? And they said, because that man knows what we can do legally. Go ahead and ask him. He knows, he was smart. And he's talking about JLR. I forget everything he said, but he's basically saying, ask yourselves why JLR isn't talking anymore, because he knows what we're capable of. And that's why I'm saying, yeah, believe him. They're capable of it.
Sure.
I mean,
and
absolutely.
I know that there's been a lot of talk about like a falling out, and somebody asked in chat if I had seen that post. I didn't see it, but I did hear about it. But I haven't seen it myself.
I think whenever JLR falls out with people, he doesn't mention them. He tries to avoid mentioning their names.
I respect that. I do.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Well, he knows that when you mention someone's name, a smaller channel especially, you know what happens. People go to that channel, they watch. You're actually driving traffic to that channel, and the best way to ice out a smaller channel is just don't mention them and just keep it moving.
Yeah, but he didn't fall out with them because Nick originally shared JLR and said it's thanks to you and your coverage of this case and your audience that we're now getting involved. And I'm going to go as far as to say I wouldn't doubt if that's where Nick came in at.
Like somehow like recruiting anyone that hates JLR. Like that.
I think it's worth looking into.
No,
I think it's
not anybody that hates JLR. It's not what I'm saying at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's worth looking at. I do.
Well, JLR isn't afraid of saying he's not associated with somebody and faking fights with somebody. I'm just saying.
Hello there, by the way, Lauren. I think you came up, Lauren.
Hey. So I know you guys aren't really talking about the theories anymore, but I did just want to share my theory on what I think possibly could have happened to Sebastian.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm nervous. I never go up on panels. I'm always on TikTok, and I'm always in Granny's chat and Queen's chat and stuff. And I just
think of it as a normal conversation you're having with people on a chat. No big deal.
Yeah, sorry, it might be loud here. I live on a military base, so they're always flying helicopters over.
The one thing I will recommend: try not to say any personal information about yourself, names, nothing like that. Just shoot what your theories are, and that's it. And just have a nice conversation.
So I know SF Investigates went by Sebastian's house, and he was saying something about there being a bunch of cats around, and I know that Sebastian loves cats, right? And he had problems sleeping. And I grew up having problems sleeping, and I used to sneak out all the time and just kind of walk around. I know it sounds crazy, but it was like my freedom because, my father was horrible. So it was like my freedom just to get out at night. And what if he just, couldn't sleep, maybe saw a couple cats outside or something and just decided to go out there and pet them and maybe followed them and got lost and stuck somewhere. And I've always kind of thought about Harley Dilly. I don't know if you guys know that case or not.
Interestingly enough, like SF showed a couple of photos, and I didn't realize that there were so many like places that you could probably be stuck or hide in. It's not like just a clear area. It's very interesting. And he walked near the area of school, and he actually has a theory that maybe Sebastian actually was attempting to go to school, and maybe he got lost in between there. So that's a possibility. Who knows?
Yeah, it just seems more, from him being so shy and just, couldn't sleep and just left that night. Maybe it wasn't the only night he's left before.
You
So I
guys
just think
remember
that
Tony saying that when Tony said, if you don't lock it, you don't lock a person up, they have no reason to sneak away or they have no reason to escape. I forget how he phrased it, but he was saying it very adamantly on TikTok. This was right after they pulled all that crap with Steven and they said, this new 3 things from LE. But he said it a few times in one stream. Basically, if you don't keep somebody in a cage, they have no reason to escape it. They have no reason to sneak out. And I kept thinking, why does he keep saying it like that? Like, do they know that Sebastian snuck out because he wasn't allowed out? So it would make sense what you're saying. Like if Sebastian felt like he was smothered a little bit, right? Because they were very structured. They were pretty strict compared to your average home. Both military parents. It seemed like they kept Sebastian on the up and up with a good schedule and good routine. I aim to be more like that, but I'll be honest, I'm not. And maybe Sebastian felt smothered, and maybe he did sneak out sometimes at night. I can see that
it was that was my freedom. Getting out at night was I felt.
Well,
and I was only 14,
didn't he
15
sneak
years
out
old.
at one point and hide under a car?
I remember hearing that.
Answers.
Yeah, I have that on my spreadsheet. Let me go look.
It was part of the dispatch call. The dispatch said that.
Yeah.
They said, the neighbor
that's
said
right.
they found him one time, but it was never really confirmed by either parent. They've actually said opposite, that he doesn't, elope or hide or any of those things. And I'm pretty sure somebody's now claiming, Nick, that he was playing Ding Dong Ditch, that he was known for doing Ding Dong Ditch, which again conflicts what Bobby, the neighbor, said, which was that nobody even knew there was a child in that home.
Right.
They just contradict themselves left and right. So it's so hard to know what's true or not. I mean, there was also in the dispatch, there was reports of a child that resembled Sebastian under the bridge, wasn't there?
Yes.
Well, that's
Yes.
interesting.
And there was a sighting. God, where was that? Where's my map? Let me get it.
I love that you have notes. Do you have them posted anywhere, or do you just?
I
kind of
do.
reference
If you go to my YouTube channel, I have you could put links. I have a link
Yeah.
tree in my links,
Oh.
and in there is a Sebastian Rogers spreadsheet.
Oh,
And
shit,
it's like
okay.
it's like a timeline. It's like a timeline of events, right?
Do you mind if we
And
reference that?
Not
I'll
at
give you
all.
absolute
Of
credit.
course, no. I
Thank
don't care.
you.
You can do whatever you want with it. And in the spreadsheet, there's a tab called Maps. And I have like a Google Earth, and I documented like all the dispatch cameras that they checked, and
Well, where the hell have you been?
I stay quiet in these fucking streets.
You're just out. No, I don't. blame
Gangsters
you.
whisper.
That's right. Move in
Okay.
silence. That's right.
Gangsters whisper. But no, it's on my link tree. You can get in. Anybody could do whatever they want with it. You can make a copy and make your own edits. I don't fucking care. Do it. It's open, free to the
Yeah,
public.
Oh, I see it now. Wow.
You have it on Discord too, right?
Can you,
I
B10,
do.
can you link me?
Yeah, here's the Sebastian Rogers one here.
Thank you.
Actually, let me just do a link tree so you have it like you get a link to the link tree and then you can just hit it.
Yeah,
Here you
That's
go.
really
whatever you guys want.
interesting.
And if there's
So
anything that you
introduce-
think is missing, and so what I decided to do was interweave the fuckery into like the facts of the case, because initially I was only documenting the facts of the case, and then I'm like, dude, there's just a lot of fuckery going on. So I started interweaving all the fuckery into the facts of the case because I'm looking for patterns, right?
There's some facts
And-
within those fuckeries, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of and I'm having a hard time because there's so much of it.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Right?
The guy did like a lot of
that's-
interviews.
That's where I found the best conversations come from, because we just did it the other night between me, Chloe, and Jay. They heard things I didn't, and I knew of things they didn't, and you can kind of match up and come together. And it's a
Right.
great, which is why everybody should be working together. There shouldn't
I
be sides.
agree.
It should be
I
Sebastian.
agree. It should be Sebastian focused. And so there's like a people tab with like all the people, like, Big D and Nina
All the
and
characters.
all the characters, right?
Did
And then
Tony's
there's the
penis ever like
timeline.
make it?
No, Betty's not on there.
Well, I think B. Tim said once, he said, the hills have eyes. And I
Right.
can't get it out of my head.
Right.
I mean, just a small mention, guys. That's all. Just a small little mention. I don't know, maybe.
I
I
don't know.
could be professional and I could be above board. If you know, that's the line he said while that happened.
Well, I always say that Betty reminds me of the Tales from the Crypt, the Tales from the Crypt guy for some reason.
The Crypt Keeper.
The Crypt Keeper.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
I know, it's mean.
No, but I love that that you have that, or I do have a whiteboard that I never used. And I've kept notes of like things here and there, but it's just been so much. And when you're like deeply in it, the way I am, is so hard to really keep track of everything, which is why it is important to kind of slow down, because I do think that we are falling for a lot of the distractions. I hate that, but we are,
I
right?
agree.
We are, Clue.
But we're
definitely falling
human.
for these.
We're human, and that's going to
Yeah,
happen.
we
And people
love a
know
good
that.
shit show.
Yeah.
know?
Like, I mean, there's a reason like trashy reality TV is so popular, right?
I
Like,
always say that, honey boo boo.
yeah, there's a reason for it. And I stopped. My show came out in June, and I got sidetracked because I was busy with PR and all this other bullshit. And I stopped tracking stuff for like 6 weeks because I was busy. And I
that's a
come back,
lifetime.
right? If you miss 6 weeks in this case, you're fucked. You're fucked. And so I'm like, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go live on YouTube and just crowdsource this shit because I'm not gonna be able to go through this by myself. So I'm going live like twice a week on YouTube, crowdsourcing the facts of the case and adding to the spreadsheet. Because
I like that.
like I'll get text messages like, when did narc divers arrive? And I'll look at my spreadsheet. It'll be like April 7th. When did they search Long Hollow Pike? They searched Long Hollow Pike April 4th. Like, because people ask. When did the United Cajun Navy show up? Like those kinds of things. And I'm able to answer those questions because of the stupid spreadsheet.
Now, what do you think of like all these people claiming threats, but it was never like properly reported?
Oh God. Okay. Don't get me started on that.
I
dude.
wanted to get you started. Yes.
Oh,
I'm so curious.
I'm friends, or I was friends with somebody that was there with the United Cajun Navy. And I was on the phone with her 2 nights that she was down there. And she kind of went off the rails about the threats. She was getting death threats. She was JLR had snuck into her hotel room and was hiding under her bed. Somebody from the ranch with the horses broke into her hotel room and planted listening devices. And I'm like, girl, like, come on. Like, I can't.
I just went over this the other day. It was so outrageous listening to her. She even, contradicted herself several lies.
I know. And here's the thing. I don't speak with her anymore because of all this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I just listen. I'm not one to talk shit about somebody's mental state. Like, I just so I'd rather just not say anything at all. But I just can't deal with that. I just can't deal with that craziness. Knowing all that, though, I don't believe there's been a single threat.
Yeah, either do I. Yeah, and you know what? It's not even so much as some people are just so much about the drama that they'll fabricate in their heads, right? Like even that whole situation, what she said was so outlandish. It was like, why do you think anybody else would believe that? Like, it was just so unreal. And then she even said, like, oh, and she's in the phone with so-and-so, and he's talking to Seth, and he says to Seth, what do you think happened to your son? And Seth lists off these 3 things. And she goes, I immediately texted somebody and said, whoever he's on the phone with, that's who did it. But I didn't know until later it was the father. Well, the part where he said, what do you think happened to your son? Didn't give it away.
Well,
it was like little things like that.
Well, and talking about that specifically, because I was speaking to her at that time, she told me a lot of that stuff, but never that. That was never right, which is interesting, right?
Right, because that's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
It's a lot bigger than thinking there's a metal piece of a break-in bar left in your motel, but no cameras, no reports. Did she tell you that Seth was inappropriate towards her?
She said that he texted her when she got home asking if she was okay or something. And she
Yeah.
thought that she thought that was weird. She did tell me that.
So nothing about get in the shower.
Nothing about that.
See, that
Well,
was
she might
added on
have.
too.
Listen, there was so much. She might have said something
Yeah.
about that, but I just
Okay.
don't
Fair
remember.
enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. See, I just don't
It,
find if you're claiming you're being threatened and you're out looking for my child, I'm also respectfully going to ask you, "Hey, are you okay?" I don't find that to be
Right.
weird.
That's normal.
That's normal. Now the shower part, even that would be like just take a shower, relax. There's context, right?
right.
There's ways to say
Exactly.
creepily,
Exactly.
and then there's
Exactly. I just don't know how, and that's where all the threat stuff kind of started, right? Was when the United Cajun Navy was there.
Yeah,
And
amazingly.
it's persisted since, right? Like Nick the Hat, I'm getting death threats and da da da. Okay, now listen,
Right.
I get death threats, I really do, and because
do I.
people who kill people have fans, right? And so people hate me because of Luca, right?
Ooh.
And so I get death threats. I guarantee you, though, I ain't going on fucking social media and talking about them. Like I'm
Right.
not showing people. You know what I mean? Like I don't. You go, you file a report or whatever you're going to do, and you don't give it any breath. Like you
Right.
don't. It's
And
weird.
that's the thing about all this BS. Nobody filed any reports according to the police. So, yeah, if they
according
were
to
really
but
getting
according
death
to
threats, why
her,
wouldn't they be?
according to her, they're lying because she has a police report. According to her.
But
Well,
she just said
could
herself the
also
other
be,
day.
but it could also be a different. So they were staying, from what I gather, in Davidson County, and Sumner County is the one that came out and said they did not get any reports.
Right.
But
So
they
it
were
was,
staying in Sumner County. Why would they call Davidson County?
they were staying there.
I thought they were staying in Nashville. Weren't
That's
they?
what I thought.
Oh, were they? Okay, I
Yeah,
didn't know
they
that.
were in
I didn't know
Nashville.
that.
Yeah.
But
And
she
in
was
that
just
case,
on the other day, Clue, and said that we did report it, but not officially.
Gotcha. Okay.
what the hell was that? I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Right. Me neither.
Well, some people are just, I mean, they are overly paranoid and they'll think they're being followed, or they'll see a car outside that just,
Oh, like that.
Yes,
Right.
And then
I remember that.
Just this is not from me, by the way. When I read this super chat, this spreadsheet is a total turn on. That's what that Mrs. Arnold FBI agent said.
Okay, Miss Arnold.
That's
Well,
not-
if you want my phone number, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that came
Give
from
me a
her,
call.
not me.
I am gay, so give me a call.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Well,
kidding.
Mrs.
I am gay.
Arnold, Mrs. Arnold, you got your answer there.
There it is, all for you.
Oh, I'm teasing.
Well, I mean, if it's not good enough for her, then maybe she should make her own.
Oh no,
she said it was a turn on.
Oh, okay.
I thought it said turn off at first.
I thought it
too,
said
and I'm
turn off.
why
I
are
was
you
like,
reading
No,
that?
listen. If somebody wants to improve the spreadsheet, please take it and run with it. I'll be happy. Do whatever you guys want with it. I don't care.
I had to make the disclaimer there because that would sound like that was from me, and
I know, it's
an uncomfortable situation on the panel.
You're good. You're good, Tim.
Thank you. Anyway,
It's just so bizarre. It's become like a circus. It really has. And
Really
I don't feel like they're really doing, that side is really doing much for Sebastian other than just trying to shut people out,
Well, yeah, it's not for Sebastian anymore. It's for Seth, and it has been for a long time.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but when I'm looking at a news report and it says his mom is responsible for this,
I know.
it's about Seth.
I know. His mom is. That was the exact verbiage. His mom is responsible for this. I was like, whoa, dude.
I can't even believe they put that like that on the news. Like,
yeah.
good job, Banfield.
Well, Banfield is a terrible channel. News Nation is terrible in my opinion. Like I used to like her, and then she started just like, I don't know what the hell happened. I think people said she messed up other cases before, but it's just like, I don't know, man. You have your own opinion. My opinion of her is not that great.
I like Brian Enton, but
yeah, I like Brian Enton. Brian Enton's good.
There's this new show on, I don't know if it's new. It's new to me on HBO, and it's something inside the mind of whatever. When I remember, I'll make a post. But anyway, this little girl, is a serial guy. He, it took years to catch him. But the first example they give is a little girl who disappears from her father's home, right? And right away, everybody's saying the father has something to do with it. He was in a heavy custody battle. One of those, if I can't have her, you can't. And he started going crazy from his daughter being missing. And the one PI that the mother, it would be like Chris Madonna, started helping the mother, and he kept making comments about the father's crawl space to the point where the father went crazy and said, he did something to my daughter. She's in the crawl space. We got to go look. So he called the police, but they reported it. The news reported as if the father said, I buried my daughter in the crawl space. And it gives this whole thing about how this innocent guy was painted as guilty. And I'll tell you what, I was watching, like, feeling bad for Seth too, because I'm part of the problem with that. But it was that easy how people just pick what they want or see what they want off the basis of, he was the last to see her. She was at dad's heavy custody thing. And here this guy was innocent. And the guy that did do it got overlooked because he had a time card, ironically enough, at work that said he was there 15 minutes later than he actually was. And it was just so, like, mind-boggling how much I could relate this case to that. It was crazy. It was sad.
It's funny that you say that, because I do find one thing absolutely hilarious is that twice now I've seen Chris McDonough say, I mean, just because he's at work doesn't mean he couldn't have hired someone to kidnap him.
Right.
Like, that, what?
It's a big deal. He said it with Vinnie Politan, and he said it the other night. That's a big deal.
I agree.
See, I really don't think the parents had anything to do with it. I really just think it's as simple as he just walked out and he got stuck somewhere, unfortunately. I just always go back to Harley Dilly when he, explored that abandoned home and got stuck in the fireplace, and I just think maybe he got stuck somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Queen, I think you stepped away.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It's bedtime routine, and
but I want
stuff I got to take care of. So I do step away, but I was listening. So go ahead, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to tell you that there's Body Moving basically created a spreadsheet of the whole Sebastian case.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't need to go to Walmart tomorrow and get a whiteboard.
Yeah, you don't need the whiteboard. We're gonna make Cheesy an intention servant to make the whiteboard.
Are you comfortable sharing it? Are you?
Oh, it's on our YouTube channel.
Yeah. And you guys can make copies of it for your own Google Drive and make it your own and do whatever you want with it. Like, seriously, it's the most important thing is to find Sebastian. I don't care
You know
about.
what, though? Listen, I think of Harley Dilly, and I think of the same one right here that Pretty in Pink says, Alicia Navarro. I think he either left with someone, you know what I mean, that was like a little older, or like lured out, via like the game systems or games or whatever, and or left and ran away. And
yeah, I just think he, went out exploring. Maybe I saw the cats, because I know SF Investigates posted those photos of the cats, and there's tons of cats in my neighborhood. My daughter's always walking around petting them, and I'm like, oh my god.
Oh no.
But I'm just, I just think about it all the time. Like, maybe he just got stuck in that terrain, and it's just going to take some time to find him.
Maybe.
I hope he's still alive, but I mean, that's just my thought.
Yeah, my hope is, like, as bad it might sound, I think I'd rather have the Lord situation out, because at least he might be still alive. If he's still out in the woods, it's not a good situation.
Well, I mean, what if he met a neighbor or something? I'm not trying to make anyone go attack neighbors or anything, but cop can't really just go search people's houses without probable cause. So.
Queen?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah,
I'm
here.
gonna skedaddle. I'm gonna head to bed. You know me. Old man.
No, I'll be here for a while. I'll be here. I'm on.
I'll see ya. You guys, it was nice talking to you, Body Moving. It was nice.
It was nice talking to you too. Nice to meet you.
Nice to
I'll
meet
get you on the flip side, B Thug. Thank you.
I'm sorry I
for holding it down, man. Thank you guys for holding it down, all of y'all. I appreciate it, because obligate family things. I gotta do what I gotta do. So
I should probably hop down too. I need to go make dinner and stuff.
Me
I gotta
too.
feed my fat ass.
I was right there with all of you.
Yeah, wait. Can I ask a question of y'all?
Everybody's
Wait,
jumping.
wait.
Everybody's bouncing. Time for bed.
Everybody's
Rock out with
no,
your Crocs outfit, Tim. Good night, everybody.
no,
Good
wait.
night, baby.
Wait, Roro
I
wants
want,
to ask a question.
I want
Alright,
y'all's
Roro.
opinion. I want y'all's opinion on something.
Alright.
Okay, Nick said. Okay, so Nick says that he's been silenced, right? We've never seen proof of it.
And she's gone.
And you're right. And she's gone.
Sorry, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, stupid screensaver. Okay, so Nick says that he's silenced, right? We've never seen legal documents of anything. We've never seen any proof of that except for him walking around the woods with some tape on his mouth and an idiot with him, right? Okay, but then what does that do? That fires up Betty and fires everybody up, saying that that Chris did it, that Chris silenced him, put a C&D or something on him, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Yep. Move to the left, Roro.
Bro, we lost you again. Fuck.
Am I back?
Roro.
Am I
Get up
back?
here.
Okay,
Yeah, you're
am I
back.
back? Am I back?
Yeah, you're back, baby.
Okay, all right. Sorry, I got to keep my hand on my phone. And then Nick says, I'm going to put up $25,000 in, reward money. We've never seen that trust paperwork that's like legit that can be checked on, and I guess gone real life on, if you want to call it that, to verify that it's a real thing. We've never seen that. Then you've got he's working with Dog, but Dog's never acknowledged him. It's like nothing he has said. There's no receipts, but everybody's saying, well, he was silenced. And I don't mean to go back, but I just want to say that. But I just want to get y'all's opinion of that. That's just what I see. So I'm like, I don't know.
Well, I
I
see
mean,
it.
am I
I see
wrong?
Nick is just trying to be relevant
He's a
and
Yes.
a money grab kind of thing.
Yeah. That's exactly what I think. I think
Mhm.
that he does not have any connections. Everything that they talk about the case, they get wrong. I mean, simple facts that they're getting wrong. Talking about it's over custody. What? What? They're getting every. They're. It, I mean, it's horrible because it's a missing child's case or any person's real life. But I don't think he was ever silenced. I think that was a LARPer move for a JLR prop of tape and to bring in Hung or Hung. That's
Earlier,
just my thoughts.
earlier, I thought, in my opinion, I think he's placed here by a certain person as a third-party harassment. Honestly, is what I
Yeah.
think he was placed here for, because that person has associated with him before through JLR. So that's why I think he was placed here. Honestly, I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's my
Right.
opinion.
But I don't think he's like working. I don't think he is. I don't think that he has the money to file a federal lawsuit against barbecue. I just don't.
Well, and
You're
I'm
talking
not.
about a federal lawsuit.
I personally, I'm not convinced that they're not saying it's a custody battle because he's not the only person I've heard say that. I've heard Nick say that. I heard Dog say that, and I heard Chris McDonough say that.
Well, no disrespect, but those three aren't impressive to me.
Right.
Those aren't. I haven't heard SF. I mean, SF is a credible source to me until I see something different. I can tell you all about Chris McDonough. I can
I
tell you
only
all
say
about
that.
Dog.
I only say that because I wonder if that's not the story they're being told from Seth.
Well, of course it is.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Seth and BHP.
Well, in their case, then they wouldn't be getting it wrong. That's just the information that Seth is giving them, which is, of course, wrong information.
Well, you think they would do their research. I mean, it's Dog the Bounty Hunter. Do your research. Like,
Well, he's
Right. He's somebody you would think would absolutely do their research. Come on now.
exactly. Like, I don't get it. I'm like,
I
did you
mean,
even look into
he's a
anything?
bounty hunter. He's not a missing child hunter. You know what I'm saying? Like, since when did dog ever went and looked for missing children?
And since when is he ever afraid of people? What?
Right.
Like,
That's another
Bastion doesn't
thing that is
have
very weird.
Sebastian doesn't have a bond, right? Like, there's no relatives to like bully around to find his location. You know, like
No.
it's not the same. It's just not the same.
I mean, but baby Lisa has a foundation or something like that that is involved with missing kids.
And we just keep hearing all this. I got death threats. What? I mean, I've never seen. Early on we had that fool that was Butterhead's friend, Butter, whatever, her friend, and he was driving around. That's all he did is drive around. And he said, he was like going to go up in the Bowerstock's backyard, and he said, that shots were fired at him. No, they weren't. I mean, where, my dude? And there's no police reports. Everybody, that's been from jump. Everybody's like, I got death threats. What? I mean, yeah, there's weirdos out here. Make a report, but law enforcement's come out and said there's no reports. It's like the flyers. They're tearing down flyers. But y'all record everything else, but you don't ever record anybody tearing down a flare, Betty. One of those flares, like the one you put in a ditch on 40. Yeah. It's all just, it's like it's a video game or a movie that they're making up as they go.
Well, and
Probably
again, I
tearing
think they're
down
trying to make a
flyers.
movie.
They're probably tearing down the flyers with the YouTube handle on it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, now the city is taking down flyers or flares, as Betty calls them, with, that are stapled to, because it's against the law. You can't have those. It's against law. We all know that. So, yeah, they're being taken down by the people that take them down because it's against the law. But they make it seem like, Chris and Katie are out here following people around and trying to shut people up. And I don't see that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think that people give Nick and Hung way too much credit and way too much attention. The minute I heard somebody said, and people say, people need to quit saying it's $100,000 reward. It's not. It's 50,000 up to 50,000 by the TBI. We ain't seen Dog's 25 grand, and he's got a whole lot of IRS problems.
Chili's rich bitch, you're 100% right. You're 100% right.
Yeah, I mean seriously,
Right.
It's like I haven't seen Dog's money. I haven't seen Hung's money. I ain't seen Hung's $1,000 shoes. Show me your $1,000 shoes, boo boo.
And because earlier they said that on that flyer they said that it wasn't coinciding with the FBI reward, that they weren't guaranteeing that you would actually get it. I don't know the exact wording, but yeah, it was something like that.
That was
So
Seth
yeah,
saying they would have to verify the tip, make sure they verify it or
Right.
whatever.
And then
Anyway, I'm jumping down, guys.
Bye. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, me too. I didn't
night.
want to interrupt, but I do have to go. Thank you guys.
Good
And
night,
thank you,
Thank
Kindy,
you
for
so much,
inviting me up.
girl. I'm a huge fan. My whole
I'm a
family
big fan of
got
yours now. I'm a big fan of
baby.
yours now. Bye,
Look.
guys. Thank you.
Bye bye.
thank you.
If y'all have not watched that Netflix show, Don't Fuck with Cats, y'all got to watch it. It was incredible how they solved this murder. It was wild. My whole family watched it. It's so good. I know she did. It's fine. But yeah, it's just, it's like I haven't heard anything truthful. And then tonight we find out that they're in the attorney's office doing a live. It's like, what?
Right.
It's just so odd. It's not a movie. It's not a game. And the saddest part is Sebastian's the one that's lost in it,
Right. I believe they're trying to make a movie, honestly. That's what I think.
I do too. and I think that Twitter page is a fake page. I don't for them to be blocking Cheesy Wheezy and reposting, the fake dog handler. You know, come on now.
Also, here I want to say this too before we get off of here. Just so people are aware. Yes, that is a real lawyer. His last, what is his first name? What is it? John, whatever. Jonathan Lesniak. What is his name? Joseph Lesniak. He's a real attorney. Yes, he is a real attorney. Yes, he has a real webpage. Yes, he has a real Twitter. When you click on it, it goes to a real Twitter. However, there's also someone who has managed to make a fake Twitter of this attorney. So I'm not really sure what all is going on here. But we have the real ones and we have a fake one.
Right.
Some
I think people got confused. They thought I was saying that the real one was fake and it's not real. And I know it's real. I know he's a real attorney. We know that his webpage is real. We know that when you click on it, it goes to all his links. He's got a Facebook link, a Twitter link, Instagram link. He's got all of his links and they all are real. They all go to his pages and, you know what I mean? And channels and social media accounts. They're real, but there's also a fake Twitter account of him as well.
Yeah, and we even said earlier that he was actually the attorney for Nick, one of the attorneys during his federal court.
Right. I just want to make sure that I'm clear on that. Granny says, I think the fake one is real. I think the fake one is a real one where they hide their unprofessional antics.
Could be.
The real one does not have a verification check. In other words, be careful. Absolutely. Always be careful. Always.
Yeah.
And if you ever get a CND or anything like that, contact your own attorney.
Right. And don't ever take anything as fact from anybody. Do your own fucking research. Always do your own research. If you think there's something going on, research it. Look it up. Check it out. Do your own research. I mean, everything on here is for entertainment purposes only. Mine, everybody else's, that's just what it is. YouTube, that's just how YouTube is. You need to do your own research, period. Don't just believe what somebody fucking tells you. A lot of people are just naive. They just believe anything. You guys can't be doing all that. You know what I mean? You got to fact check shit. And they said, do not be opening any emails. Be very fucking careful opening emails. That's another thing. Be very, very diligent. Lock your social medias up. Lock your social media down.
I agree.
Absolutely look out for yourself and your family as well.
And
obviously,
don't click
like
a
Granny
link.
said, these are not people you want to really play with like that. They will fucking, like they said, like the chat said, they'll send emails and shit.
Yep. And don't click a link. If you do open an email and you think, it's got some name in it that you think you recognize, don't ever click a link unless you trust whatever.
Yep.
Shit, somebody sent me one. I said, where's this from and where'd you get this? I'm sourcing this before I even click this motherfucker. Nope.
Look, and that ain't just your email, that's your text messages too. I get weird text messages, a package can't be delivered, verify your address. No, baby.
Yeah,
no.
I do too.
Mm-mm. And that's how they get your information. So everybody just protect your identity.
Well, I'm going to hop down. Thank you for letting me come up and share my theories. Talk to you guys.
Thank you for coming up.
Well,
Nice chatting with you.
Yeah, y'all have a good night.
I'm about to hop down too. Thank you for letting me up, Queen. This was a great live.
Yeah,
it was.
It's very interesting. All right, well,
yeah, we
y'all
had
have a good night. I'll be down in
people in here earlier.
Yeah, on the backup channel. Daggone.
I know.
Look, this is our
They
little
said,
hideout.
listen, another creator has a live set up tomorrow for interviewing Joseph Lasniak here. Says talking about Dog and Nick the Hat. Okay, so we'll see. Email me who it is. Okay, you let me know who it is, and we'll go from there. Okay. Anyways, though, it's late, you guys. We've been on a couple times today. I'm tired. I'm out of here, yo. I'm tired as hell. We've been on here a couple times today, and I'm tired, y'all.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you for
I
having me.
appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you, Roro. Thank you, Cheesy, for all y'all holding the panel down and stuff too. For took care of my babies.
Thank you so much.
That's what we're here for.
I
And thank you,
appreciate it.
Kat.
Take care.
Good night. Everybody be
Absolutely.
safe.
Oh, you know what? Here, I gotta read these too, real quick. Dang it, I gotta read these. I don't want to miss. You know what I mean? The super chats. I forgot them.
Yeah.
Okay, so hopeful one. Okay, well these are fuck. I should have read these when we had everybody up here. Body, did you see the movie Ezra? Does the father remind you of Seth? Maybe she can answer it in the comment section. Miss Arnold, FBI agent. That spreadsheet is a total turn on. Yes, send me the link to that too if you guys have it. Somebody email it to me, please. Queen B O G.
Got it.
So it's queenbog888@gmail.com. Tracy Scholler, BTM shout out to Isle of Bosdown. Is that what she said? Basdown. Here, let's. True Love has 4 paws. Allegedly, maybe they got cleaning office gigs where people go in the office after they close and clean. You know what? That's what I thought it was going on at first. Tia Dash, someone broke BTM. He's giddy. Looks like Nick has been taking stupid AI lessons from Bleach. Yeah, that's where I think a lot of this comes from. Shelby Lynn, guys, this is a bad hung filmed live. Okay, hold on. This is a bad hung filmed live from that office. Yeah, he was. I couldn't believe he was in the same office as that attorney. That was like busted.
That's hilarious.
Look at Jennifer Coffindoffer's tweet. I think she shared the fake one. We'll have to go back and check that out. Jen, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. If you guys got one, make sure you tell her thank you. Frenchie says, I sent you a screenshot of the real Twitter. Yes, thank you for all the emails too. And thank you guys for keeping me updated as always. I appreciate it. Y'all know that. Hold on. Emailed C&Ds have no legal standing. It's just a letter. Oh, hold on. It's just a letter someone sends to ask the person to stop what they're doing. Googled it. Lots of laughs. YouTube. I sent you the real Joe Lesniak page. Yes, thank you for that too as well. Rebel, thank you for becoming a new member. Rebel Rose. KB says if the attorney is legit, he's a criminal's advocate. Nick, BHB, and Dog have all been arrested. Birds of a feather flock together. Hey, I can't speak on that because I've been arrested myself. So, you know what I mean? Are they all just... Okay, so hold on. Monica says, are they all just desperate for a quick pay? Lawsuits are not quick when you're making shit up. They'd have better luck slipping on a floor at Walmart. Tiffany, thank you for becoming a new member. Barbecue lady with the little heart hands. Shelby Lynn, the inside of these. You know, I feel bad for her that they're going at her like that. How the fuck? Are you serious?
Yeah.
When they say, like, I can't believe they're going at her the way they are. I mean, even if it, like, even just the shit they were saying, like, he can't go search because of her. I'd be, like, what the hell?
And
I don't recall her ever saying she talked to him. Maybe she did because fuck, like I said, I missed the whole tip line thing until Nonsense came up and asked her about it.
Yeah.
Then she did the live and I got a chance to watch some of it. I didn't get a chance to watch all of it, but I got a chance to watch some of it. But I mean, I stay behind on people's shit. I can't keep up.
Girl, me too.
It's hard for me to keep up as it is anyways, you know? Here, Bowie Girl, love the hive. Thank you for being here. CB owner. $1.99 mine works. Okay, so you're the little super chat deal was working because another one couldn't get their little button to work. J Dub, the good one, member for 8 months. I pray he comes home and all this stops. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But I don't think it would even stop if he came home at this point. 2 firefighters moms gifted 5 memberships. I appreciate that. Midwest, thank you for becoming a new member. Lost Mother 1, love the hive, member for 8 months. Cambry, member for 12 months. Said check Clue's email. Okay, so I got up to these ones. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I appreciate you guys too. This is, Bodhi's channel. Okay, Body Moving. That's her channel. Chaos just dropped her channel. So
yeah. We've been dropping it in chat. She's really cool. I love that show.
Wait, what happened here? Somebody's cloning. Hold on. Somebody stop cloning your own family's name. What the fuck are you talking about?
Something was going on in chat. I think somebody emailed you. I'll DM you about it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I was saying, what the fuck are they even talking about? Who the fuck was doing that? Where the fuck?
I think you got an email. I'm not going to call attention to the name, but I'll DM you. I'll let you know
Okay,
what's
yeah,
kind of going on.
just fill me
Yeah.
in, no
Yep.
biggie.
No biggie.
We'll take care of
All
it.
right.
Anyways, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for being here. As always, thanks for showing love. Oh, did you, Chaos? Okay, cool. I appreciate it. Just so, yeah, keep me updated, guys. I'll catch you on the flip side. I'll see you guys in the morning.
Thank
Good night,
you for
everybody.
letting me up. Y'all have a great night. Be safe,
Absolutely. Good night,
everybody.
love.
Good night. Bye-bye.
I appreciate everybody coming up tonight. Thank you so much. And again, like I said, thanks for holding it down. Thanks for being here. And I will catch y'all on the flip side. Good night, everybody.